Greetings, programs. Welcome to Hydaelyn's Heroes, the Final Fantasy XIV podcast, where whether you're a warrior of light or a warrior of darkness, all are welcome on the star we call home. We don't have a lot of topics today, but we do have a couple. We have the starter guide video series that Final Fantasy put out about a week and a half ago. We've reviewed them, and we're going to give our thoughts on that. And then the patch is real. The patch is real, my friend, right? When there's patch notes, it's real. So we're going to talk about the patch notes, ins and outs of them. But before we get into that, I want to introduce my co-host, the Quad Father himself, my Darth Sidious. Well, the Darth Sidious to my Yoda. He is Mr. Piers Harvey. What's up, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, I do like Darth Sidious. He's probably the best Sith Lord ever. I do like.
He did start a whole galactic empire.
He did. Very, very good. Good old creamy Sheev Palpatine himself. Anyway, yeah, what's up, my man? What's happening? How you been?
I've been okay, man. It's been a crazy week, man. This is my third podcast this week, so a little worn out. Did a Final Fantasy VII remake one over with Within Crisis, and we had the Relic Grind yesterday, and now here we are with Hydaelyn's Heroes to round out the week. So it's been a good time. Been a good time.
Cool.
All right, should we dive right in? Should we start this beast?
I think we should. Yeah. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So we have two topics this week, but we do want to hear from you folks. We want to get input from you on what you guys are thinking about Final Fantasy XIV. But how can you do that? Well, you can do that by sending an email directly to tarkothgaming@gmail.com, and your topic or question can be part of our main quests in the future episode. But with that done and out of the way, let's start with main quest number one. Main quest number one. A new video series has released from Final Fantasy XIV that revolves around a new player starting the game. Have you guys checked it out? And what did you think? Anything you would add or remove to help new players? Yeah, so this new video series was pretty cool. It was kind of unexpected. They didn't really announce that they're doing anything like this, but I thought it was pretty well done. I liked the cartoon and the aesthetic. There are some things that maybe they should have added. Maybe an episode 2 more. Maybe like how do you create an account? That would be a good one. You know, how do you even get into the game? Because the Mog Station, I'm sorry, it's still a travesty to get through. There's so much on that website. But what did you think overall, Piers?
It was well done. Like you said, nothing was really announced about this. It was just something that kind of just dropped into our laps. And I think that it is overall probably a good thing for new players to have. I think the more tutorials and the more information people have going into the game, the better off people are going to be overall.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm used to playing old MMOs like Final Fantasy XI, where there's almost no objective markers at all, or any tutorializing at all, and you just had to kind of find your way. And there is value in that, but at the same time, we're at a point in video gaming where it's become more accessible for people, and I think accessibility is kind of key here. And so the making it easier for people is always going to be better. But like you said, yeah, I mean, I figured making an account is kind of complicated in this game, and the Mog Station isn't very intuitive. So I mean, I feel like they could have explained that maybe, but yeah, I overall liked the series. I thought it was pretty well done.
Anything else you think they could add? Like, I know that they talked about Hall of the Novus.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see them start like evolving that Hall of the Intermediate, like, maybe some basics on individual jobs. I know that each expansion, it would cause a headache because each expansion has a new job, and they don't always start at like level 30 or 50. We got jobs that start at level 70 now, so I mean, that could be kind of a hitch there, but I think something that helps people in the mid game would be nice. So maybe that's a video series that they come out in the future, or they, again, in-game Hall of the Intermediate, explaining combos for individual jobs.
Yeah, I mean, the Hall of the Novice is about as basic as you can possibly get.
So basic.
As is. So I feel like if they could maybe iterate a little bit more on some of the deeper systems of the game, or just kind of going a little bit further than what they do in the Hall of the Novice is probably a good thing to do. I mean, I think we've been calling for a Hall of the Intermediate for a long time, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they're ever going to do it. Hopefully they will, but I'm not sure if they will or not. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole meme behind the videos, as well as that, like, they were kind of saying that healers just kind of hang back and heal the party and don't do anything. There's always going to be people that are complaining about that and like, oh, but they're supposed to do damage too, and they should have said that in the video. And I do feel like they probably should have been like, hey, my job as a healer is to keep the party alive first and foremost, but I can also throw out some spells to bring the pain or something. I don't know. They could have done something, but overall,
maybe that's where the next video series is. They explain individual roles better. Like this was kind of a general for the game and fates and the novice and dodging mechanics and looking out for things to attack. Maybe they go a little bit deeper into individual roles in the future. Maybe
they could. Yeah, I mean, I think they could even go further and do individual jobs themselves. Just a little like starter video on how each of the jobs plays and
Sure.
what you should be doing and buttons you should be pressing and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like they could do a lot with this, and I feel like this is a good starting point. And I hope they do continue to make more videos, in the future, just to help people out. I think it's a cool thing to do.
And one thing they're doing with patch 6.2 is they're changing the action tab where you have all your actions just listed from when you get to level 1 to level 90. They're kind of organizing them based off combos, so maybe you can kind of see how things interact. So that's another step in the right direction. I like.
That is, yeah, for sure. Just to help players know, okay, this is my combo. This is what I should be pressing. My 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. So, that's good.
That's good. Yep. More information for players, especially when they're new, the better. So I hope they continue on to this. Anything that you just didn't like in this? I know you talked about healers. Was there anything that was specifically like, oh, that's not okay?
No, I think everything was pretty well done. Yeah. I mean, it was basic, but it was well done.
It was a little cheesy too, but
yeah, of course it was.
It fit the cartoon aesthetic, so
yeah. It wasn't super cringy, but it was just a little tiny bit cheesy. But I think they did a decent job of balancing it, so it wasn't super duper cringe or anything like that. So I thought it was good.
I think the stars though of that were Harold and Gerald.
Of course, the Chocobo friends. Yes.
Yeah. And I also loved how they had hearts in their eyes for the Amber Drought Chocobo.
Yeah, well, I don't know the Amber Drought Chocobo's name. Is it?
She said it. I don't remember. I think she said Comet or Cosmos.
Yeah, you're probably right. I missed it, but
yeah, it was very short. It wasn't as pronounced as Harold and Gerald, but
yeah,
it's good times. Have you ever thought about naming all your minions or all your mounts?
You're funny.
No. I mean, I'm at 370 plus minions. Like, there's no way I could name all of them or remember. I'd have to have like a list.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm bad enough naming my just normal Chocobo, let alone anything else. Like,
hey, Percocet. Percocet is the painkiller.
Yeah, mine's just Bocacho. So
Bocacho. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
All right. At this point, we're gonna throw it over to you folks. We want to hear from you. Did you like the video series? Did you find it informative? Would you recommend it to friends who are just coming into the game? Let us know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below, and we'd love to hear from you. And with that quest out of the way, let's move on to our main quest, number 2. Patches aren't real until they get preliminary notes. Well, we got them today. Patch 6.2 is real. Can you give everyone an overview so we know what to expect? And absolutely, we got the patch notes all locked and loaded, and we're going to go over them with you. It's going to be good times. This is going to be the chunk of our show here today.
Yeah, I figured.
Tuesday, patch 6.2. It's the 23rd. Are you ready?
I am about as ready as I can be. Yeah.
About as ready as you can be? Got as much PvP as you needed done? Wondrous Tales, all set?
I didn't get all the way to the end of that battle pass thing, so I didn't get that big like 5,000 trophy crystal chunk, but that's okay.
That one's it's the glamour chest though. You got that though, right?
I got all the glamour, I got all the other stuff. Nice. So yeah, I am looking forward to the new rewards, which you can talk about when we get there.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I think there might be a mount.
I think there is. I definitely
Sweet.
think there is.
All right, so it's Buried Memory coming out on Tuesday. We're gonna go over these notes here. They explain that some content is locked behind certain expansions, marked 2.x, 4.x, 5.x, 6.x. So as they go along, you'll see things that are locked behind certain expansions. New main scenario quests. Good to see Sid and the Ironworks. Also excellent to see Nero making another appearance. When was the last time we saw him?
So if you didn't do if you haven't completed all of the role quests and do the final culminating one, you will. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but yes, Nero does feature in the final role quest. So that's the last time I saw him. So I'm excited to see him again.
Yep.
So.
I'm still behind on my Omni 90 quest. Working on it. It's progressing. But yeah, I'm not there quite yet. Then we see Xenos' avatar, who appears to be playing a prominent role. We kind of have a one-on-one conversation between the Warrior of Light and the avatar. So that's cool. It looks like we have 9 quests. That's pretty chunky main scenario quest. I'm excited to see what's going on. And then with this not being the normal scenario, Yoshi P talked about how the story is going to be its own contained unit from 6.1 to 6.5, and then that leads into the expansion. A little bit different than what we've experienced before, where the story would wrap up in 0.3, and then we start the new, quest line in 0.4. So, are you excited about this change? Do you think that's the way they should go from the future?
A weird choice I find it strange because, we did know that the story of Endwalker was going to be wrapped up at 6.0, right? Like we knew that. They said that going into the expansion. So the fact that they're just doing like a side story from 6.1 to 6.5 kind of, and then when I guess 7.0 comes out, it's going to be a completely different thing is just strange. I don't know why they're not taking this time to set up a new story for us to go into for the expansions to come. But it's fine. I'm fine with it. I don't think it's going to be completely separated from any future events. I'm sure there will be some things that happen here that will be important to the future canon. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
Sure.
Right. So.
Sure. I'm used to, like in World of Warcraft, like an expansion is the beginning all the way to the end with all the patches, and then the next expansion starts the next story for what it's worth. So they're kind of setting that up. So it's not the, 0.4 through. They're cutting things off at the 0.5, and then the next expansion starts the next part of the story. So I'm kind of in line with that. It is a little bit weird that we're going to be doing these things here in 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then really wrapping things up to lead into the expansion. But of course, they've never been in this position really. So we'll see how it works out. Chronicles of a New Era have been added. These are the quests that are going to lead us into Pandemonium Abyssos, which I'm super excited about. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Decent chunk.
Yeah, decent chunk. You have to understand that each of the normal raids is going to have its own quest or two. So it's not like you're going to have to do all of these and then you'll be able to unlock. It's probably going to be 2 or 3, and then an Abyssos normal, then a quest, then Abyssos normal, and a quest. So you don't have to do all 6 of them to unlock. Also coming up, we have more side stories. Tataro's grand endeavor. She's hanging out with the people from Heaven's Ward, which is exciting to see. Is that Leobard? Is that right?
Any of their names at all. All I know is they're the Sky Pirate friends from the Void Ark storyline. Yeah,
it's only 2 quests. Again, I feel like if they're just doing little itty bitty chunks like this, like why don't they do this in like 0.3 and then 0.5? Build up a chunk of story. I don't know. Maybe piecemealing it is the way to go, but I just I felt that like this way about Stormblood main scenario quest. Like it was a little disjointed, but when you go back and replay it in its entirety, it feels a lot better. Mm-hmm. Having 4 months in between story chunks is a little, disjointed is the best word I could think of. How do you feel about piecemealing these kind of things?
it's strange that they're doing. I mean, this is a completely side story, right? This is not something that's mandatory, right? So this is something that is on the side, and it kind of reminds me of something like the old things that they used to do, some like the Scholasticate from Heavensward. I think that was spread out between multiple patches, and it wasn't wrapped up until like the end. So I feel like this is kind of what they're doing. They're bringing this back. You know, kind of like even old Hildebrand, right? Like you would get a little bit of Hildebrand, and it would just go from patch to patch. You would get more and more. So it's strange. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how much meat we get from this Tataru thing. Hopefully, it's decent. But you know, if it's just like another like quest or two with like very minimal cutscenes or story, then it's just weird that they're doing it this way. But whatever. Again, we'll just have to just wait to see what happens.
I'm also kind of wondering, are we going to get any combat this time around? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe this is just all story, dude. I don't know. Just hopefully there's decent reward.
Just like the first time, you know. I know, right? Yeah, I feel like this might be just setting up for another teleport, talk to someone, teleport, talk to someone, and we're done. So it's just weird. Beast Tribe Quest category going to be renamed Tribal Quests, and they're going to change text in the game to reflect on that as well. So we're going to stop calling them Beast Tribes. Hey, these are people too, right?
Be inclusive. I think it's more for like
politically correct.
The Omicrons are definitely not beasts, right? They're like a race of people.
Sure.
And then like the Arcasadra are like integrated with, you know,
they're the people-ish of people. They're just a different race.
They just chill in Razat Han and stuff. So like, you know, they're also just like a race of people. So I guess it makes a lot of sense. It's just you know, making it in opening the future for other tribe quests. Maybe they don't just have to be like different like races or like beasts or whatever. They can be like any number of things. So
it could be like, you know, if they had set this up before, maybe we have a little Alamigo tribes quest, you know.
Exactly.
You know, the subset of people from Alamigo displaced. That could have been cool. But they're fixing that now and opening up things for the future, hopefully. They're adjusting a bunch of quests in the Return to Evilus. That looks like they're removing Make and Bacon Bread and Walk On By and adjusting quest order and all that fun stuff. So if you haven't done that, things should be a little bit easier to do. Won't be as lengthy. I remember doing these 24-man quests, and man, that just, if you didn't have them done by the time you wanted to do them, like you were a couple hours of story, unless you were cutscene skipping, right?
Yeah. I don't remember any of these quests, to be honest, and I don't know why they're doing any of this, but maybe it's just to make it more quick and concise to get through the Evilise story. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah. So yeah, they're adjusting that. And then apparently there was this thing where you could collect items as disciples of the Hand or Land from a fate while as a Hand or Land. Like you come in, you do a chip shot on someone and you get credit. I don't know. That's weird.
I'm thinking maybe it's like I know there's that one fate in the Azim Steppe where all you did was milk the sheep. Like there was no combat at all. I don't know if maybe you could like go in as a Hand or Land and get experience for that, just collecting items. I'm not sure, but I didn't even know that was a thing. So okay, well, good fix, right. I guess.
Good fix, yeah. New items are available from certain gemstone traders. I myself I am not caught up on bicolor gemstones and all the fates. I am now started my journey in Shadowbringers, so that's exciting. Yeah, we should see maybe mounts or minions with the gemstone traders. Are you all caught up on that stuff?
I am. Hopefully some minions. I don't know if they've ever done mounts, but they usually do like minions, orchestrion rolls, and cards. So I guess it could also be cards. Maybe they're adding some new cards for some enemies we're facing in this new patch, or who knows? It could be any number of things. But yeah, I haven't worked on bicolor gemstones in a while. I know that there's that mount that you can get for getting a bunch of the vouchers. But I only have a few of those vouchers, so something I could definitely get back into. But all my jobs are level 90, right? So it's like, you know, I would just be doing it for the gemstones, and that can get a little tedious after a while. So hopefully these new rewards get me back into doing some fates. So
I remember in Shadowbringers they kind of did it zone by zone, like one or two zones at a time. They didn't just flood every zone, so they kind of hopefully just you can focus on one or two zones and then bang those out pretty quickly, I guess.
Right.
But if you have them maxed out, I guess it doesn't matter where you're getting your bicolor gemstones. So, whatever. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
More stuff, more rewards. Get back and do some fates. And as a side note, they still need to do duels and critical engagements in open world zones.
Yes, they do. But that'll 7.0. Hopefully, we'll see.
Rewards in the Excitotron 6000 have been adjusted, and rewards for the treasure mats have been adjusted. Are you a big maps and Excitotron guy?
Yeah, I mean, anytime I can do maps with the free company that I'm in, I'll do them. They do them on Thursdays, so I did do them last night.
Nice.
But even with Savage coming around, I know our group usually runs on Thursdays, but usually they start like an hour and a half before raid does for us.
Okay, so you have to peace out early.
Yeah, I should still be able to get some maps done, even if I have to leave early. So, new rewards probably means new glamour to craft. There's usually like the hot new glamour comes from the Excitotron or, the map dungeons. And that's cool. So I am looking forward to getting that new glamour and making some decent money. You can make a decent chunk of money doing maps. So.
That's where the money's at. Yep, you can come out of there like $100,000 richer just on the money if you do a bunch of maps.
For sure.
Grand and free companies, new charge symbol options have been added to company crests, and following additions have been made to subaquatic voyages. New areas, increase of submersible rank from 95 to 100, and new items have been added. Do you interact with the submarines at all in your free company?
No. When I owned my own free company, I did the airships for that, but my free company now... Yeah, my free company now has a specific person who does the submarines, so I guess this will be cool content for him. But as for me, it doesn't really matter. He does like to give out some of the items that come from the subaquatic voyages, like some minions and stuff, so maybe I can get lucky and get like a new minion or something from these subaquatic voyages, but we'll have to see.
I think it's funny that they've gone deep into the subaquatic voyages, all the submarines, but they've abandoned the airships, right? I mean, they haven't done anything with the airships.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why they've done that. Maybe they'll bring back the airships at some point in the future. But for now, I guess they just transitioned over to the submarines. It's like the same thing anyway, but
as long as they're yellow submarines, that's all that matters, right?
Sure. Yeah.
We all live in a yellow. Okay, I don't want to get demonetized or anything, so we'll stop right there. I used to do the submarines for my FC, and then I had to take a personal leave from the game for a couple weeks, and then someone stepped in and has not relinquished control.
Those submarines, man, they're addicting, I guess.
Yeah, I had to like convince them, like, dude, can we go to these specific places with the submarines? He's all, why? I'm like, I need the minions. He's all like, well, you could buy them on. I'm like, I try not to buy things on the market board that we can just get easily.
You can earn yourself, yeah.
He's all like, well, how much of a collector are you? I'm like, well, I think at that point I had like 350. He's like, holy crap. Okay, yeah, I'll hook you up, dude. I'm like, sweet. So nice. He's helped me out with that. Tark is thinking about joining a new FC. But that, of course, is a process where we don't have an FC house. So can't really start that whole process of submarines and airships and that kind of stuff. So
that's true.
It's going to be at least an expansion before we have housing expanded and have a chance with the lottery to get an FC house. So,
I mean, how is it on Excalibur, dude? From what I understood, there's a lot of still free. All the free company plots are gone too. Or did they open?
There's some
open them up to
There's some smalls, but
okay.
Yeah, don't you need a mansion, the large size for the workshop on the bottom?
No, not at all.
It just needs to be a free company house?
Yeah, it just needs to be a free company house, period. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we'll look into that.
It's an option, yeah.
It's an option. And we could always upgrade, right?
You could, yeah.
Okay. To address a recent issue with the housing lottery system at NPC, which players may voluntarily return the deposit they were accidentally refunded, has been added. And you can get some housing stuff, some pictures, some Namazu and a Lalafell. Okay.
This is hilarious.
Cool.
So wait, these are consolation prizes for the people they screwed over with the housing lottery?
No, these are you won the lottery, but we accidentally gave you your money. So if you turn in that money, we'll give you these exclusive housing items.
So these little posters that say "I'm very sorry, sorry," and then "Forgive us."
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Right? Am I
I just
reading it?
find this very, very funny. I don't understand it.
Voluntarily returned the deposit they were accidentally refunded. Yeah. So it looks like you would have to win and you were accidentally refunded. So you won, you got your money back. So do you want the 30 million gil from your medium house, or do you want these exclusive pictures?
Yeah, if you think I'm gonna trade back my 50 million for a mansion for these little tiny little stickers, then you're hilarious. Though it is kind of fun. I mean, maybe I would, because these are pretty hilarious. They're like meta, right? Like
They are
it's
meta.
like the devs
And they're
apologizing
like,
to us.
they're going to be super exclusive. Like, yeah, I have these, like no one else has these.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, honestly, might be worth it. Just
maybe.
to have
I
it as a
mean, what
collector's
else are you
item.
going to do with the gil?
Yeah.
I guess the golden mounts, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I could get those, but
furnishings from the 14 design contests have been added. Anything that really pops out to you on the pictures that we have here? The green bamboo wall. I like that.
That's cool. I like the final picture. I like the broken tower. I don't know. I just think that's really interesting looking.
Broken tower.
It's at the bottom.
I guess I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, you got to go down, bro. Down.
Well, that's just new furnishings. Those aren't from the design contest.
Oh, are they separated?
Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't think. Okay, new furnishings have been added. Okay. So from the design contest, no, I mean, the bamboo thing is cool. Other than that, I'm not sure what in the first picture is new. Is that all new, or is it just some of
the wall clock's not bad. I'm guessing everything in this. Yeah, the wall mounts are pretty cool. Copper curl. Is it the chocolate one or is it the green one? They had to eat some Butterfingers to make that, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Empty mannequin. Nope, wouldn't do it. Wouldn't trade in that gil for those pictures. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that. Yeah. New furnishings have been added. Looks like they got some new aquariums and new backgrounds for the aquariums. They got Costa del Sol as a background. Some of those aquarium backgrounds are pretty dope.
They are, yeah, for sure. Like usually people use the Tsukiyomi one, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But I like that they're adding some more unique ones to kind of spice up your aquarium. So
yeah, because the aquariums when they first came out, I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Like you put in a couple fish and okay, but with these backdrops on them and the fish just floating in front of, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that it's something that I didn't think that was really needed or even like why do this, but now I'm like, yeah, this is like, if you don't have a couple of aquariums in your house, what are you doing with your house at this point?
Yeah. True. Honestly, I'm not doing anything with my mansion, and I feel like, and I know it's been done before, but I'm thinking doing like an aquarium mansion would be really cool. So maybe
an actual aquarium, that'd be sick. Yeah. That'd be cool as you got your free company, and then if you have your own personal house, welcome to the aquarium de Harvey.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking that's the way to go.
Mannequin chat. There's something soothing about a good-looking aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Tataro's picture, like prime center. She's the only one. Yes, she even got a cool frame. Like that's awesome.
I'm thinking they're doing it for all the scions, but obviously this person has picked the best of the scions to put in their house.
The linchpin that keeps the scions together.
The glue, yes.
I think this is where you're talking about the broken building with the steps.
Yeah,
that's
kind of like an old Ishgard thing or something you would see in like Corthus.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely want one for my front yard. There's a well. I don't think it's cool unless you can actually go down the well.
Fall in it. Yeah. If you could fall down.
And there's bats and then come out as Batman.
Obviously, yes.
I like that tent. Like, hey, let's just sleep outside tonight.
That's a cool tent.
I like the tent.
I like that a lot.
Are there any other tents in the game? I'm not big on outdoor furnishings or even indoor furnishings, but
I don't think so. I could be wrong. There might be like something from the Azim Steppe you can get, like a little something. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's like the first like actual like you can put like Coleman on the side, right? Like Final Fantasy 15 Coleman brand. Was it Coleman that they had?
I think so. Yeah, Coleman brand like coolers and stuff.
Yes, like tents and coolers, and you could eat your cup noodle in your Coleman tent at the campsite.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
yes,
pretty
yes.
sure it was from
Yes.
15. Yeah.
Um, you know, might make my front yard, if we ever get an FC house, like a whole campground thing, because we got the barbecue spits, we'll put a couple tents. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, hey guys, you want to have a camp? Let's camp out. Let's do it. Let's have a barbecue.
Sick, dude. Yeah, I like that idea.
New equestrian roles have been added. Of course, more patches, more music, more equestrian roles. I must have the Four Fiends and the Final Fantasy IV battle music.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. They're coming, dude. It's gonna be so. If it's a drop from the new dungeon, man, we're gonna be running that all the time because I need that. Like yesterday.
Yes. Okay, so that's a plan. You and me are doing that, probably with Winnie. Yeah, because I think that'll be the boss theme from Troya, and then we'll probably get some cool stuff from the trial. Maybe Four Fiends from the trial. Ooh,
definitely.
Sick.
Yeah.
New seeds for flower pots have been added. Okay.
That's cool. I mean, depends on what. Can't you get rewards from these by trading them into somebody? Or
I think so. I don't know the ins and outs of flower pot seeding. I know there's a whole meta thing with them. I just don't know anything about it. But okay, more seeds. Cool new plants.
They let you make like corsages and hair stuff with the new flowers too. So maybe that'll be a whole new thing. Is
until they allow your accessories to just be, an accessory to your gear, and not just temporary. Like as soon as you're going to combat or you go do something, like your accessories are gone, right?
Yeah, I know. They're working on it. They're taking good steps, right? Where they now have like glasses fashion accessories, right? So you can put a hat on and also put glasses on, so you can take some cool screenshots. But it is annoying that, and I think the further we go down in the patch notes, we will see that they are adding more emotes to the fashion accessories. But it is still very limited. Like they're just wearing glasses as a fashion accessory. I can't do certain emotes like huzzah or like some really strange ones that you wouldn't think would be restricted. But
yeah,
at least they're going in the right direction with some of these fashion accessories. But kind of going off topic, we'll get there as we go further down. But
I want my fashion accessories to work with the power up emote.
Yes, exactly.
Lift off the ground, and have the shades and an umbrella,
or some like angel wings or something, like anything, dude. Like, come on.
Or like the new Fey wings that are coming. New aquarium fish.
I love this fish. I need it.
This fish is pretty cool. It's a mechanical.
Fish. Yeah,
it's a cool fish. Manivore Gold Saucer. Get back and do your fates, people. They've adjusted the gate schedule. So every hour on the hour. Cliffhanger, Air Force One, or Leap of Faith, the outdoorsy one. That looks like you're going to fall all the way down to Earth and go splat. That's going to be interchangeable. So one random on the hour every hour. At 20 minutes past, Slice is Right, Cliffhanger, and Anyway the Wind Blows will always be at 20 minutes past. So you won't be, Leap of Faith, Leap of Faith, Leap of Faith. I wish there was more options for the Slice is Right. There's only one. It's just at the 20-minute
Notice
mark.
That. I think what they're doing is they're putting Anyway the Wind Blows 2 times an hour as opposed to Slice is Right, which is really strange because I'm pretty sure the only time you could get Anyway the Wind Blows before was on the 20-minute, and it was like a 1 out of 3 chance, right? Yeah. So for whatever reason, now you can do it twice an hour, but only Slice is Right once an hour, which is very, very strange. And again, it's only a 1 in 3 chance.
And they both have achievements, right?
They do, yes. So
why is one more important?
I don't know. Right, I don't really understand why they're doing that, but maybe just to switch it up. I don't know. They should bring back the.
Maybe every other expansion they'll do 2 Slices Rights and 1 Anyway the Wind Blows. They'll just alternate.
They could. Or they could bring back Vase Off. They never will. They don't need to bring back Vase Off. The spot the glamour thing I think is an interesting one, and they do bring that back every once in a great while. Yeah. So maybe we'll see it again. But
I deal with that. I go up to my TV and I take a picture of it, and then I go and they match. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I cheat on that. It's fine.
So it's not cheating. You're still having to spot the difference, right? So
With the gate reschedule also comes an adjustment to when they start. So instead of 10 minutes from the gate starting, you now have just 8 minutes. So get to your gate as soon as possible.
yeah.
And
Another
then
strange difference that I don't know why they're doing this. Maybe just to clear up the instance space. Maybe they
probably,
don't want so many people to be in the instance so long. It's
yeah.
just a weird thing that they're cutting 2 minutes off the availability of the gate.
I think they want it to be over, a couple minutes
Mm,
before the next gate.
yeah,
So you're not going gate to gate to gate and just,
that makes sense.
you know how many people just sit in the gate just being
Yes.
victory, when it's over and they're like, "Yay." So, absolutely critical update to the portraits and adventurer plates. You will not have your portrait shown when you do Domain Mahjong. Absolutely elevates Domain Mahjong to a prime gold saucer event. Who am I kidding? Who? Domain Mahjongs. I
If
don't
you
even
are
know the
in-
rules. I know it's
I don't
like
know the rules either.
gin rummy, but like
If you're into mahjong, this is a cool change. This is a cool addition, I should say. I think Fuji from our free company likes
Yeah.
to play mahjong,
he,
so
he
maybe
gets
that'll be cool
defensive
for
about
him.
it. He got defensive
Yeah.
about it when I was talking about it. Hey, now there are some serious
It-
people about it.
It's cool. I mean, if it was like a game that I really enjoyed playing, like, I enjoy chess even though I'm bad at it. Like, it would be cool if I showed my character portrait before a chess match.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
I'm down with it. Yeah.
4-person chess too. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, they should put checkers in this game.
Checkers. There's Chinese checkers, right? That's a
Yeah.
4-person game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there a God? Isn't there one where it's basically checkers, but because there's 6 points to the star, and you got to get all your pieces all the way to the another end.
I think that's
Opposite?
Chinese checkers.
Is that Chinese?
I
So that's
think-
6 players.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
it is 6 then. I always remember being 4, but you have to color the little marbles and you have to put.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. Chinese
Yeah.
checkers. Yeah, they should put that in the game. That'd be dope. That'd be sick. New prizes are available for purchasing MGP. Yay! We can use our MGP for stuff. Can hopefully new mounts, new minions, definitely new
Mounts,
orchestrion
minions,
rolls,
orchestrions, maybe some new
Glamour.
fashion accessories. Yeah, it could be any number of things.
triple triad cards, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it says right here, new
Right
triple
here.
triad
New,
cards.
new triple triad cards. Yep. I feel that this is the biggest piece of content of 6.2. Island Sanctuary is being added.
Yeah.
I am probably going to spend an inordinate amount of time in my Island Sanctuary, especially since you can queue in. I am disappointed that it is locked behind Endwalker, so you have to have finished it. But once you do that, like you can be in there with any level job. So I'm like, okay, I've unlocked it. I've finished the main story. I've unlocked it. Now I can queue up for stuff on my level 10 warrior while I'm doing my island stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But I was still a little disappointed I was locked behind Endwalker.
Yeah, that's a shame that they're not making it more available to people. But I guess they don't want free trial people to be able to play it. But even then,
Yeah.
you could unlock it sooner. I don't know. That's it is what it is. Gives people to look forward to something when they get to the end of the MSQ. So
Do you think that this kind of content will like move people to be like, yeah, let's get to Endwalker? Because
maybe
they want to do Island Sanctuary? Like,
could be.
and I kind of joked about this on the Relic Grind. Like, I think if that's the kind of way you're wanting to go, if they want this to be a box mover, wouldn't just Harvestella be the way to go? Just wait for that game to come out in November.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because at least there you'll have combat, you'll have jobs, seasons,
Yeah.
quietus. I don't know.
Quietus.
But yeah, what are you most excited for in Island Sanctuary, dude?
Just something to sink some time into. Probably the rewards are what I'm looking forward to the most. I know there's a lot of mounts you can get.
I think 3 mounts.
It's at least in the screenshot that we see further down. There's 3. There might even be 5 because they all are. I mean, spoilers when we get there, but the Mandragora,
yes.
specifically like the dungeon crew that you see in the treasure maps, right? And there's 5 of those.
Yep.
So maybe there's one of each for each of the dungeon crew. So
Yeah, there's
that'll be cool.
tomato, garlic, regular Mandragora, eggplant,
And
onion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I hope that we get one of each of them, and maybe it's something where you have to rank up. You know, the higher rank gets more
Could be.
rewards. So
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And like you said, something to do while you're waiting for queues and stuff. Like normally you're just standing around in Limsa, God forbid, or you're just your housing ward just chilling, or not really doing anything. Now you can actually be like progressing something while you're waiting for a queue, and that's always fun to do. At least when you're leveling DPS. I know all you utility players get instant queues all the time, but us DPS players, we have to find stuff to do while we're twiddling our thumbs waiting for the queue to pop.
I know it. Like,
yeah.
It's always a battle of, all right, let's queue up for something. All right, let's find something to do while we wait. I'm thankful now that I have fates that I can do with Shadowbringers with my tanks. I can do my tribe dailies with my tanks, so that's good. Then there's always triple triad because I always need more cards because I haven't got my card mount yet. So
gotta get that toast.
Yep. So yeah, there is going to be a quest to unlock it. You only need to be level 1, but you do have to have Endwalker done, and you'll find that quest from the Clueless Crier in Old Charlene. So that's part of why it's locked there. Yeah. Okay. Talk about classes of jobs. Basically, you could be any job or class. There's crafting and gathering, but you don't need to have crafting and gathering leveled. So it's all its own system, own inventory, its own UI. It's not, there's no real crossover other than the rewards. There's no crossover to the rest of the game. So if your inventory's full, guess what? It's empty in Island Sanctuary. Yes, thank you, because I don't need to be putting more crap into my retainers and stuff. So index, we got our own currency as well, and they're not tomestones. What are they called? Islanders cowries.
Yeah, cowries. Yeah.
Seafarers and Islanders cowries. We've seen rewards for the blue, but we haven't seen really anything for the green or how you get green. But I'm guessing that's higher rank stuff, so please look forward to it. And then it shows some of the spots in there. The hideaway, it's the main area where you grow your sanctuary and all your activities and buildings.
Your base building stuff there.
Your base building. They got a log for gathering, so you can catch all the gathering, unlock all that stuff. Crafting. Craft new tools, again, specific to Island Sanctuary. It has nothing to do with the rest of the game. There's construction. They have mentioned that, pretty much be instantaneous, the first couple things of construction, but you could start seeing significant construction times, which led us to joke about, on the Mog Station for only $5, can you get the premium construction crystal, which will cut your 12-hour build time down to 1 hour. Yay. Gardening. Okay, cool. I don't know if there's going to be any crossbreeding stuff. We'll have to figure that stuff out. You can capture critters on the island, put them in your pasture, and get goods like sheep's wool and stuff. Picture here of the sheep. It's so cute. I am doing the Ilmeg Beast Tribe dailies, and I've noticed that when I go to collect the wool, basically it's the balls of fur, and they just cut off the legs and the head and the tail. It's just the ball of fur as it would be. It's a little off-putting, but I'm like, okay, well, I mean, that's an easy way to make a big ball of fur, right? Or wool. Releasing minions. I'm a little disappointed about this. There's only 40 minions that you can release up into the wild.
Yeah.
I have 370 something. Like,
don't pick your 40 favorites, dude.
I can't. How do you pick 40 out of 370? That's like ridiculous.
My favorite 40 children out of my 370 children.
I know. That's amazing. I love them all so much. Apparently they're going to have their own unique interactions, and they're going to behave differently.
Yeah. I think this is cool.
I think that's cool. Makes you want to release some out and see how they react out there, and maybe get some pictures of them doing stuff.
Some weird stuff, yeah.
Maybe that otter there will go out and you can see him actually fishing out in the water. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool.
Shoebill follows you around from a distance and just watches you as you...
Wouldn't that be something? You're like, all right, I'm here in this new area. Let me look around. Is the Shoebill around? Oh, there he is in the bushes.
Yep.
And then show us some buildings, the cozy cabin, primary facility for your hideaway, access or your orchestrion, and play your favorite tunes. One thing I thought was cool with the orchestrion is that, you know, it's loud in the area of your hideaway, and the further away you go from your hideaway, they lower the volume of the music.
Yeah, that's cool. But hopefully you can still hear it from other places on the island, because I think that'd be really interesting to have a whole zone that you can just listen to whatever music you want.
This is where the expansion of your hideaway, I want to put, poles with speakers on top.
Yes.
As we progress down the island, so that we can hear the music as we keep going down the island. That would be sick.
Of course. The elegant speaker system, yes.
Hey, maybe that's part of the elegant speaker system. Mm-hmm. They did say they're going to keep, adding on to these island sanctuaries with every other patch, hopefully. So maybe that's something they have in mind. Another building, the workshop. This is where you're going to build stuff, and your mammoths are going to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
The granary, where you're going to keep all your foraged items and all your stuff, goods from your pasture.
Mm-hmm.
Just like housing, you can permit your friends to come and visit your island sanctuary. I don't expect it to be day one, but at some point I want to change mine into a dystopian mining facility where all the resources are just ravaged and people can come see, what is it? Minas Morgul, my version of Minas Morgul.
Yes. The horrors of deforestation. Yes.
I really hope that we can name. They didn't say if you can name your island or not. I'm hoping that we can name it at some point. Minas Morgul. That's where it's at.
Good luck. I'll name mine Fern Gully. Right.
Oh my goodness! You're gonna keep it all pretty and pristine.
Yeah, dude. The weird creature, the smoke creature that has come to destroy the whole island.
We could also name it Pandora after Avatar.
There you go. Yeah. So, the new one's coming out. Looks interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. And you can set the permits to friends, free company members, and party members. So if you're in a party, kind of a temporary allowance, hey, come on over, hang out, and check my stuff out. Cool. And you don't have to be friends. You could just be party friends. Yeah. New objectives pertaining to Island Sanctuary have been added to the other category in the challenge log. So this is going to be challenge log stuff for this.
I wonder what you get. Just Gil, maybe, or maybe even some of the scripts from the game.
I'm guessing some of the calories as part of, gather 50 items and get 1,000 calories kind of deal.
Could be.
Yeah. New hairstyles have been added.
Ponytail. That's cool. I like it.
For a male and for both male and female. I like both of these. I am not against using the male one myself, actually.
I've never been a huge ponytail kind of guy, but if there was one that Piers would wear, it'd probably be this one. It's kind of like, it's still got the shaggy in the front, but the ponytail in the back. Kind of like if Piers was to just put his hair up in a ponytail real quick. So yeah, I kind of like it actually. I might use it.
Yeah, it's long hair, but he's like, I just needed to tie it back to get to work and get it out of my face, kind of deal.
Exactly.
New hairstyle options be added for male and female Vieira. So we got really short crop, kind of squally on the male, and I like the braids. I really like the braids on the female.
The braids just make sense, right?
That's so cute. That's adorbs. Yeah. I like you.
And then just this is great.
This is okay. So there was this whole big deal in 6.1 where Hrothgar got new hairstyles, but to do it they had to hide the ears. Basically, the hair pushed the ears down, and people were upset. So now they're fixing those hairstyles from 6.1 to get the ears back.
Yes.
At this point, I think Square hopefully has learned their lesson in that if you do a new hairstyle, you better make sure that the ears are available.
Yeah. And that's all Hrothgars are getting, by the way. They're just fixing the hair they got previously. Have fun.
Yep. You fixed what you got previously. Enjoy.
Yep.
Really, people got mad over that. Yeah, people did get mad over it because, like, the cat ears for the Hrothgar are part of one of their defining traits, along with their cat facial features. And to hide one of the key features of the Hrothgar made people upset.
It looked really stupid.
It did look stupid.
Like, let's be real. Like there were some screenshots of the 2B hairstyle, and it just looked so dumb on Hrothgar's. Like it looks dumb on Hrothgar's in general. Like even with the ears sticking out, I think because it's like 2B, right? And with the cat face, but it was just like really stupid and silly looking with no ears. So I'm glad that they're fixing them, but I wish Hrothgar still got a little bit more than what they're given. But it's a work in progress. I get it.
Yeah. I could see that it's easier to do a Vieira than it is the Hrothgar, I'm guessing. Because you have to... Well, the ears are still kind of in the same spot. They're really up and out. So you can easily adjust the hairstyle around that. Where the ears are just kind of down and in there. You know, it's part of the hair. You got to make it part of the hairstyle.
Yeah, and I understand that, but they've been able to work it with Makote, and Makote's ears are pretty, you know, they're not human. They're cat ears. So it's like I feel like they got at least like a base to work with Hrothgar. Yeah. But
you know, I agree. Following editions adjustments have been made to duty support, and that is basically the pre-Shadowbringers version of Trust. They are being added to Snowcloak, Keeper of the Lake, Salmal, the Eyrie, and the Vault. All main story quest dungeons, so you have to do them. So the fact that you can do them solo, you don't have to wait for a queue, is awesome. They've also added some dialogue to the allied NPCs to pretty much all the A Realm Reborn duty supports, which is cool. That's one of the things I liked about Trust. Going through like Shadowbringers dungeons right now is that you get, you know, character interactions with like Alice and Thancred and Rin and stuff like that. So it's cool that they're adding stuff to that to the Realm Reborn duty support.
Yes, gives a little bit more flavor for each of these dungeons, right?
Yep.
So
makes you feel like you're still part of the world, even though you're part of but with a bunch of no-name Grand Company people.
Yeah.
The following additions and adjustments have been made to Wondrous Tales. Prizes available in exchange for gold certificates and silver certificates are being adjusted. And the bronze certificates. So they're all being adjusted. And it looks like from this picture, they're adding Heavensward mounts into the certificates, which is kind of cool.
It's cool. It's definitely a way to get them, I guess, even though most of those fights at this point can just be unsynced with a few people and farmed. But yeah, I mean, there's an option, I guess. You can go get them. I think that's the Sephiroth bird, which is funny because Sephiroth's new and real. But anyway.
Yep. I think I can soul on a healer. I think I can soul everything into Heavensward.
Yeah. The only one you might have trouble with is Thoradin still.
Yeah. And that's because of that stun and damage break.
Yes, that's very, very nasty. I can only do it on Paladin. But that was back at 80, so maybe on 90 I can do it easier now. But I remember when I was going for that card, for my card mount, it was like almost impossible to do solo unless I went Paladin, and the runs were super long. So anyway, yeah, so easier to get the Thoradin mount at least.
Yeah. And yeah, if you're doing your Wondrous Tales weekly, you know, and you get a silver reward, yeah, maybe you can get a mount or a new minion or something. God, I hope there's some new minions in Wondrous Tales. I would love that. I need to get more 2 mounts.
Have you ever? There's going to be a new minion from at least Unreal, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yes. Have you ever gotten a three line on a Wondrous Tales? Me neither. Some people are like, yeah, I work for them. I get them pretty often, at least once a month. I'm like, Jesus, how do you manage that?
It's honestly probably easier than you think because there are solvers for Wondrous Tales. So you just get 7 stamps and then you just reset until you get a board that the solver says, hey, there's an X% chance for you to get 3 lines. And then you just roll with that.
Okay.
That board.
And or you get a board that already has 2 lines. And at that point, it's just like, okay, we have to hope. Okay.
And it's not that hard to get stamps either. If you if you are into like mental roulettes or something, like I just get them like all the time with mental roulettes. So honestly, if you just put some time into it, you can just keep resetting your board until you get a good one, and then just hope that you get the 3. But I've never put that much time into it. I've only ever gotten a 2 once, and I'm still waiting to get another 2.
Oh, yes. Jesus!
Only once. I'm still waiting to get a 2, so I can get I want the Kate Sith ribbon. I'm not willing to spend my leaves, my faux leaves on that, but I am willing to spend the silver. We'll see. Well, maybe there's new stuff that I'd rather spend my silver common thing, the Chloe things on, but yeah.
Okay. New duties have been added to Wondrous Tales, Aglaya and Felcourt of Troya. Kind of standard to put the old stuff in and the new dungeon in as well. Of course, the Felcourt of Troya will be with the level 90 dungeons tab. It's not going to be its own, requirement. So, but cool that Aglaya is being added to the Alliance rotation.
Yeah, that's cool.
I did like that 24-man. A couple of the bosses were a little slow, but maybe that's another tangent for another time. Following additions, adjustments made to Faux Hollows. No more Ultima's Bane. So if you haven't done it this week and you want to do it one more time, 2 more times, get it in before the patch, before server maintenance on Monday, because otherwise you're going to be dealing with Sephiroth. And boy, the mean's going to be juicy. Oh, it's going to be so good.
I'm looking forward to it.
At least, though, you can res from falling off. Yeah, from getting knocked off. So that's a thing. But there's going to be so many wipes and deaths. It's going to be... I'm going to have my hands full as a healer. I just know that. Looks like they're also adjusting some rewards. Flying squirrel!
There's a flying squirrel.
Oh my god, it's so cute!
I hope it's not the only thing they're adding to leaves. But
I hope not either. I hope there's at least one more mount that comes out.
Yes, me too.
Maybe it'll be a flying squirrel mount.
Dude, that'd be dope. I'll be down.
That'd be sick. Character portraits have been implemented for battle dialogue during instance quest battles in the 4.x series. And basically what this means is that during the instance, those solo quests during Stormblood, you will now see like Alice's portrait when she's speaking during those instance things. So you can not only do you have to like, previously you had to read the name and be like, okay, that's who it is. But now it's just like, oh, that's Alice and this is her dialogue. I think it's a little more immersive during those solo instant battles. So that's cool.
Yeah, let you know who's talking. It's cool.
New emotes have been added. I think you're a big emote guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I like these emotes. I think they're cool.
And more emotes means more stuff for content creators, because I know they love flexing their emotes when they're doing cool videos. Using the draw emote while your weapon is sheathed will allow you to maintain a weapon drawn pose. Resident
Sleeper best change that they've made in these patch notes so far is this right here.
So that and the Doman Mahjong portraits. Those are
that's second sleeper. For me personally, this one is one of them, and then one we're about to get down to shortly is another of my favorite things that they're doing. But thank God, because it's so stupid to draw your weapon and then just immediately put it away after. Yeah. It's like the stupidest thing ever. So now you can draw your weapon and it just stays out, so you can get ready for combat like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So
of course, there's also that actual like. Isn't there an actual ability like draw a weapon? But now it's an emote that actually... Because I know I hit L3 and my weapon comes out. I unsheath my weapon.
Well, yes. Yeah. But it's an emote that you get from the gold saucer now. And it's the special one that each job has when you like start... When you're in like a cutscene and your character goes to draw their weapon.
Yeah.
Like I know like the ninja like pulls out their knives and spins them, and like I think like the sage like does some cool things with his hands and then they come out like... Yeah, it's an emote now, and it used to be you would do that, and then they would just like immediately go away after you did it. Like,
well,
after
this is something
seconds.
that's big for like G pose and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even now, it's just like it's more thematic. That your weapons stay out instead of being put back after you use the draw emote. So that's just cool. I like that. I liked it a lot.
Battle system. Now there's not going to be any job related stuff. I don't know, Piers, if you want to get together on Monday and do just specifically job changes.
We could. Yeah. I mean, I work Mondays until like 4 Pacific. So anytime after that we can get together.
All right. We'll do that then. Description of certain actions and status effects have been adjusted. Don't know what that means, but they've adjusted text.
Very descriptive. I'm glad that they definitely put this in the patch notes. Completely vague.
Yeah.
But okay.
So they've added the new compact option and expanded options for the abilities, so you can kind of see combos and how they work, and also see upgrade paths with those combos. I like it. I like more information. I think it might make things a little bit easier for new players.
For sure.
Recast timer displayed in the middle of action icons can now be enlarged. I am taking advantage of this. I am absolutely going to blow up those timers so I can see.
Well, are they adding the center thing just in general, or has that always been a thing? Because I know if you look down here now, you can toggle between having them in the bottom left or centered. Yeah. I think I always remember them being in the bottom left.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to switch it to middle and see if I like it more, because I do think it might be a little bit more intuitive to have the timer right smack dab in the middle of the button.
Yep. So. I like this. This is a good change. Visibility is key, especially when raiding. Like, you don't want to be focusing down on like, all right, I have 7 seconds left on that. Okay. And especially for my pots, like sometimes I'm like wondering, wait, okay, yeah, I got 90 seconds left on my pot. This is a big number in the middle, so we'll be able to see it a little bit easier at a glance. So yes, please.
Cool. Yeah.
HP restoration over time will no longer generate enmity with each tick of healing. So
this is the second change
that this is so huge. This is so huge. Like, God, I remember like getting chastised. Why do you put regen on me before I'm even pulling?
Yeah.
So now that's not even a thing. Put your regens up for the pull. Make sure you have it done before the pull happens. Because what the next part is, initial execution of the action will still generate enmity. So as long as they're already up before the pull starts. So if you put up, let's say White Mage, you put up Medica 2 and your regen. So you have double regens ticking as they're pulling. So they're getting heals as they pull, but you're not getting any threat. Hallelujah. White Mages rejoice. Anybody that has a regen, rejoice. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's a really good change. And I remember even I can't remember exactly which fights, but there were specific fights where like having regens ticking would actually screw enmity up for certain like encounters. And I mean, that's not going to be a thing anymore. So I think this is bigger than most people think it's probably going to be, but I like it a lot. I think that's really, really good.
When under an effect that increases the chance to land a critical hit or direct hit, actions that are guaranteed to land a critical hit or direct hit will now deal increased damage. And the sounds of 1,000 warriors rejoicing ring in my ears, along with a bunch of other jobs. But warriors being the fell cleave daddies of them all, they've had this issue for years, expansions worth. Now they're going to see actual benefit from buffs and stuff that give direct, critical hit and direct hit. I'm super happy for them and any other job that has to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, definitely warriors are affected the most here, but samurais are a close second. So those two jobs are going to feel really, really good after this. Dancers have one thing they use every 2 minutes, so that's not the biggest thing in the world, but they will be getting a buff from their own devilment when they use Starfall Dance, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And then there is, of course, Machinist with their Reassemble. So so yeah, all those jobs are just going to get better, and they do need some love, I think. I think Samurai is doing okay right now, and so is Dancer, but definitely Warrior and Machinist could use a little bit of love, and I'm glad they're seeing a little bit of something here. So
Samurai still have that identity issue that I feel that they have because they took away the Kaiten. Because now their gauge is just spam damage. So
yeah,
I don't think
they could definitely tweak Samurai a little bit, but
feels
I think
good as a playstyle. But
yeah, I think from a number standpoint they're doing okay. So,
but yeah, that's pretty awesome. So Battle Litany helps them. Now they really want to be part of that 2-minute window, don't they? They want to line things up.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. When executing actions that are guaranteed to that we went over that, didn't we? Nope.
Yeah, I think there's two different ones. I think this is saying that.
They were talking about the battle effects. Now they're talking about the actual actions that are okay.
It's going to be interesting because warriors, I think most tanks in general, but definitely warriors never melded direct hit because it didn't really do anything for them at all. Sure. I now wonder if warriors are going to be melding any direct hit because it's going to increase the damage of their fell cleaves. So it's going to be interesting to see. But
this is true. Yeah. maybe get a little skill speed if they're having some lining up issues, but otherwise, yeah, I could see crit direct hit for all the tanks.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is tenacity?
Nobody uses tenacity. I mean, tenacity is like piety, right? Nobody uses it.
Yeah, they really need to fix materia, but I guess that's maybe for 7.0. We'll see. Probably not.
We'll hope so. Yeah.
The location of enemies in the following areas have been adjusted in Mordona and Mare Lamentorum.
Thank God. Again, who knows? Who knows?
The only thing I think I can think about Mordona is the paths that lead you through to like the Crystal Tower and to, because there's like actual beaten paths that can be obstructed by enemies, and if you don't want to be dealing with that, do you know what I mean? You know, they're putting off into their own little sides, so they're not. There's the paths themselves are clear of enemies, and if you want to engage or need to engage in them for a quest or something, then you go off the beaten path. So maybe that's what this is happening. I know Mare Lamentorum is just kind of a cluster of enemies everywhere.
It is.
So maybe they're cleaning that up a little bit.
Could be.
New dungeon, Fell Court of Troya has been added. Yay! Now this is just an MSQ dungeon, so it's wall-to-wall pull, boss, wall-to-wall pull, boss, wall-to-wall pull, boss. But
obviously,
it's Troya. It's Final Fantasy IV themed. I'm gonna love it, and I hope that Scarmiglione, who we believe is the dungeon boss, has some hype boss music, and I hope the fight is fun.
I think it will be. Sure.
I think this is going to be one of my favorite MSQ dungeons. That's not saying much because it's an MSQ dungeon, but you know, we all have our favorites.
Yeah.
There's just one quest in search of Azdaja. I'm sorry, Azdaja, you're screwed. You've been in the void far too long. It's probably affected you. You're probably the knight clad in darkness' shadow dragon. Sorry.
Could be.
Sorry.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense now that you put it that way.
Okay. With this new dungeon, we are getting a new roulette. So we're going to have the expert, which is going to be the legacy dungeon, and we're going to have Troya, and then we're going to have the level 90 dungeons, which is not part of the experts, which is Smileton, Stigmascape, and Dead Ends. So yay, more roulettes. I mean, I don't do roulettes anymore for tombstones. I PvP. And especially with a new series, like that's how I'm gonna get my tombstones. What about you? How do you feel about having this back in the rotation?
I do roulette, so I think this is good. I finally getting rid of Smileton, Stigmascape, and Dead Ends is thank God I'm not gonna have to do those in expert roulette anymore. So that's good. And putting them in their own roulette for 90 is cool too. Just gives you an option to get more tombstones if you so need them. So I think it's a fine change. But yeah, I guess for people like you who don't really do roulettes, doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think it's cool.
If anybody wants to do them, I'll do them with them. But I'm not looking to do them myself, you know. So like, you know, after our Tuesday Agley and stuff, hey, you want to do an expert? Yeah, I'll do an expert with you. It's not my go-to, but I'll do it with you.
Fair enough.
Item level sync has been enabled for Smileton, Stigmascape, and the Legacy Dungeon. Level sync of 600. So you'll still be able to blow through that with a level 600 gear. I mean, it's still ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're not they're tuned for kind of entry level gear. They're not tuned for item level 600. It's just a joke. No. New trial has been added, and the new trial is we don't know yet. So we're talking on the relic grind. I was thinking, you know, it'd be Cagnazzo because we got Scarmiglione as our dungeon boss.
Yeah.
But Kronos there brought up that, you know, maybe like in Final Fantasy IV, you know, you fight Scarmiglione twice. So what if the dungeon is one, and then that immediately leads into the trial boss after the dungeon, where he comes back in a meaner, uglier form?
That's true.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Could be.
And wasn't he Mylon in the beginning, and then when he came back, he was Scarmiglione?
Something like that. Yeah, he was like a dude in a cloak, right? And then you fought him with like some zombies or something, and then you I distinctly remember like going across a bridge and he like comes back and he's like, "Yo, blah blah blah," and he takes his coat and he's got the weird like tentacles or whatever he's got.
Yeah, I thought they were like
underneath the
horns,
coat.
but like it looks like
The
they're
horns, yeah, something.
making them to be tentacles, like very plaguish like. So that's kind of where I'm leaning now, and that would then give me hope that all 4 fiends will be trial bosses.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So sweet. And then the Savage is of course hidden as well because we don't know what the primary one is, but I'm really hopeful. I'm hoping it's a really good trial. A lot of people were disappointed with the Endsinger one. Yeah. I thought the Endsinger one was okay. I know POGP was like, it's going to be so difficult, and it really wasn't.
No.
Other than the later stage of when planets collide and you have the knockback and the point blank AoE combinations. That was the only thing that really gave me trouble. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this one has a fair sense of difficulty would be nice. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. I always look for more from my extremes. Maybe I shouldn't. But Unreal, it's Sephiroth. We talked about it. It's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. The memes are going to be great. Item level sync down to 565, which is basically base Endwalker. So it's all going to be tuned for that. You can't outgear it. Mm-hmm. My only hope is that the Enrage is kind of tight. If it's kind of tight, then that means people are going to have to be on point with their crap. Otherwise, it's like, okay, 2 or 3 wipes or 2 or 3 people dead. We might have a wipe. And that might be the case anyways, concerning some of the mechanics that I'm thinking about too. So
I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah. The trail will be unlocked automatically for players who have already completed the quest Fantastic Mr. Foe. The drop rate for the links of Elemental Darkness Flute and links of Divine Light Flute have been increased. Congratulations. You can do Zodiark and Hydaelyn. And when you have your 99 totems, you can turn them in if you're just completely unlucky. Do you have your totems ready?
No, I don't have my totems ready. I think I'm pretty close. I think I might have I have to check, maybe 60 Zodiark totems. So I don't have that much left to do. And I got the Hydaelyn mount as a direct drop. So
nice.
The only one I need to get is Zodiark. And I've been wanting that one for a while. So the fact that I can now get it is good.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to stick to the tried and true. At the end of the expansion, our raid group does the trials and gets everyone's the mounts. So I don't have to bang my head against the wall. I can focus on Omni 90. Yay! Yeah. Maybe when everything's Omni 90, then I can start being part of that group that, just farms until I get it.
Yeah, you could. It's just something to do when you're bored, right? Just join an extreme. I didn't really do that for Endsinger this time around, though, because I didn't really understand that fight, and I always felt really bad doing it. So I'll have to do that one later with the with the raid group. But Zodiac,
I'll call out the time reversal stuff for you.
Yeah.
New raid dungeon, Pandemonium Abyssos has been added. I am so happy when a new raid tier comes out. I'm super stoked to kill Carbuncle every single week.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll get old in 4 months.
Probably. But
I'm
looking forward to it.
And we've seen a picture, I don't know who this is, but she looks pretty badass. She looks like she's got a void scent attached to her or something. I don't know. But she's asking because she's got the mask. Do we think that's Athena?
I don't know, because she's got the same hair color as Eric Thonios. So maybe there's a relation there.
Yeah. And then we've seen, Old Man La Habrea. Who we think is Old Man Labra, and he's kind of close into that too. So maybe it is Athena, and she's gone cray cray. We'll find out in the story here in a couple days. Mm-hmm. Rewards, treasure coffers, normal stuff here. They did required token number token. Wait, what?
This is all the same. These are all the normal mode drops.
Oh, normal. This is normal mode. Okay, yeah, this is all the same. 2 unsung helm Abyssos for the helm, 2 tokens for the body, 2 tokens for hands, 2 tokens for feet, 4 for legs and body, an accessory, just one. Mm-hmm. Do you really worry about getting your normal mode gear, or do you just go all crafted?
I get normal mode gear.
You get normal mode gear? Yeah, I do too. And whatever I don't have, then we supplement that with tombstone and then maybe some raid pieces when we do when we finish the first two fights.
Or yeah, like I'll get some crafted if it's like gonna be bis for a while, but I won't spend that money unless it's like actually super good.
And with the week delay, I'm definitely not getting a weapon because I'll just grind out the primal one.
The extreme, yeah, for sure.
I keep saying primal. I need to say extreme because it's not necessarily a primal. Savage has been added, but it's not going to unlock till a week after. This picture of this tree boss looks pretty interesting.
It's like doing like the Star Trek Vulcan, like
live
long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that.
Or it's throwing up, rock out horns.
Yeah, could be some gang signs or something, dude. Who knows?
Oh yeah, Treant gang signs. I'm not up on my Treant sign language, so it could be a Treant gang sign.
That's very fair.
Get wrecked is what he's trying to say. I don't know. Yeah. Item level 90 or level requirement 90. Item level is going to be. Well, we're at 600 right now, right? So our normal mode will be, or we're at 600. So normal mode will be 620, and raid will be 640. With tombstone is 630. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Wait.
No. 610 is normal. Oh my god, I'm so brain farted right now. It's 30 item level intervals, right?
Yes.
So normal is 10, tombstone is 20, raid is 30.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Okay.
Yeah, it says 30 right here for the savage stuff anyway, so yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right.
Normal time limits 90 minutes for fifth, sixth, and seventh. 120 minutes for the eighth because it's probably going to be a door boss. So you need that extra 30 minutes to get through the door boss, and then 90 minutes for the final boss. Rewards. Item level 630 for all of that. You can get from the chest or from daily books. They did lower the cost of hands, feet, and head from 6 pages down to 4. Much welcome change. Yep. Now everything's a multiple of 4, so you know how much you need. And I think it's good that they're the same price as the upgrade pieces, like the twines and coatings and stuff.
Yep, I like how the new weapon upgrade is Moonshine Brine. Too bad we're losing Hail this time because
Moonshine.
Moonshine Brine for Hail Brine.
Hail Brine, Moonshine Brine. You've been with us a long time, Hail. Sorry to see you go, man. Yep. Good luck to you in the future. The following duties have been added to the Raid Finder: Unreal, the Unnamed Extreme, all normal stuff, all the Savage, and stuff that's been moved to the Duty Finder, Endsinger, and the previous tier of Savage. Players will now receive the Echo in Endsinger. Awesome. You'll start at 5, all the way up to 25. Normal standard stuff. Here's where this is weird. Aglia is completely unlocked now. I'm like, didn't I say this when we were doing Aglia this last week? Why haven't they already done this? Don't they normally do this a couple weeks before the patch releases? Why are they waiting till now?
I can't remember if they unlock it before the patch or not, but well, they're doing it now, so
yeah, you can go into Aglia, and you don't have to worry about being locked out of gear. You can just pick up everything that you want. So go ham, and you can get all the coins you want too. Do be aware that the coins are still going to be integral to the next round of upgrade stuff. You'll need the next part of Aglia 2.0 coin plus the 1.0 coin to get an upgrade item for the next tier. So these Aglia coins are still going to be important to have. For Piers, because I know he's going to grind out a couple more Dragon Song totems, right? Or is your group done?
Yet. We're not sure. We did this week. We cleared this week, and then we were not going to do next week because we want people to be able to get the extreme primal and all the crafted stuff that they want done. But we did say that there is some interest in going back after Savage is wrapped up. So I might end up going back into DSR just to get a couple more totems.
Okay, so you're gonna do. You're gonna do DSR. You might be doing some Savage with our group, and you're gonna do Ubu.
I only need like 2 or 3 more totems from DSR, so that can be done in like a night or two. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, is to just go in there, couple nights, snap it, done, never go back into DSR again. So
you say that, but you still need to take your boy Tar.
I do.
But
I
of course,
did say I was never gonna do UCOB again, and I went in UCOB for you and Winnie. So maybe DSR is something down.
And maybe down the road after you've wiped it from your memory. Because I still haven't gotten Alexander done either. So
yeah, you got to do T, my friend.
Maybe T is before our group DSR.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Mimi and Ultima would like to participate with this kind of stuff, and that's why we're doing Ultima, is for them, right? Because they haven't finished that.
It's for them, but it's also because I have a lot of weapons I still want from Uwu, so it's kind of for me.
Okay.
But it's also for everybody else who wants to go. So I know Winnie wants some too, and I know you probably want some, and so yeah.
I need a couple more just for my healers and future healers. They still need to backdate for new jobs. Please do that, Square. Come on.
I'm hoping they do that soon. Yeah.
Gladiators' arms and shields yielded by treasure coffers will now appear together as a set item, which is awesome because I don't know how many times where, and Hale, you're a complex person, but like I would get the sword and then you would be a dick and roll on the shield, even though I got the sword, and we would be split. So now this isn't a thing. You will just get just the package deal, and then you open the package and you get sword and shield. Am I reading that right?
I don't know. I can't really understand this change. So maybe you've got it right, because I didn't really understand what they're saying here. Because it's been a thing for a while now. You open up at least a chest, right, and you get both the sword and the shield. Sure. But I don't know I'm not sure what's going on here.
I think they're trying to move to that the sword and shield is one item, and then so that you don't have this issue where you're separating the sword and the shield.
I think you're right.
So that if someone gets it, they get the set.
Yes. And it says you can use it in an instance. So, like, I guess now you could get it. I don't know. I guess that's where they're going with that. I think you're right. Is now they no longer have like a sword and a shield. They just pack it together, and then they give it to you.
They still need to fix that on some of the vendors, though, because just like up here, they said, what was it? I think it was 5 for the sword, 5 pages for the sword, and 3 pages for the shield. So they still need to fix it on some of the vendors.
Yeah.
But they're slowly working on it, I guess. So, did that. Weekly restrictions did that. Tombstone adjustments. I kind of like that they have a graphic here. Really nail down what you're looking at in your currency tab. Astronomy. Again, I don't know why. Usually they uncap this a couple weeks before, because at that point there's no real purpose to having capped astronomy. But they're now going to uncap it. It's going to be 2,000 is the weekly inventory limit, and you can get as much as you want. Aphorism is going away, but you can still exchange them for astronomy. Allegory is getting completely deleted. So if you have some left, please turn them into what do they turn into? Poetics. Turn them into poetics now. Otherwise, you lose them completely. Revelation from the previous expansion completely being deleted from the game. So if you have some, turn them into poetics now. And poetics are being the same as the old expansion currency.
Yep, forever poetics. Yep,
forever poetics. And they'll never change the graphics. I'll always love that initial Tombstone graphic.
Yes, for sure.
And what are we getting as the new one? Causality?
Yes.
Causality. Expert has been changed. We talked about that already. Level 90 dungeons have been added. New roulette. You'll get 100 astronomy and 15 causality on top of whatever you get from the dungeon themselves. So a little supplemental dungeon runs for tombstones. Following addition adjustments made to duty roulette trials. The normal mode of the new trial is going to be added. Steps of Faith is being removed because it is no longer a trial. It is a solo man, single instance. Are you going to try to do that at least once to see what it's like?
Yeah, it could be fun to do. Probably gotta do like New Game Plus to do that now.
Maybe, yeah. They'll probably be into New Game Plus now because you can't queue into solo duties, so that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Still be fun to go do. I mean,
yeah,
just to see how it is.
The following duties been added to Duty Roulette and Alliance raids. Aglia, talked about that. Normal raid roulette has added a normal 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Normal stuff. New normals get added into the normal raids. Duties listed with Mentor have been changed as follows. Congratulations. You now can do Troya, the new trial, and 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th circle. Congratulations. Cool. You're a big Mentor person, right?
I am. I'm closing in on 1,000, so almost halfway there.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And required average item level for Mentor has been increased to 585. Do you have that on all your jobs that you do Mentor on?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not even close. I guess the only one I don't have is Healer. I don't do Mentors on Healer, so
maybe that's just get your skills up. Get those Sage skills up, dude.
I'm telling. I mean, I have a DSR Sage weapon, so I have no excuse. So now I got to.
Here at this point, they're just kind of going into, hey, everything's changing over to the new currency. Everything that was aphorism is astronomy. Everything that was astronomy is not causality. No changes in values that I could tell.
There's none. I checked them all. Everything's the same.
Everything's the same. Poetics on the main snare is the same. That's all I care about when I do main snare is poetics. Types of elegant tomestones received from PvP. Again, that's just a changeover. No value changes. 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0 areas changed from aphorism to astronomy. There's no causality. Oh, except for A ranks. A ranks and S ranks now give causality. So
yeah,
that's another good way to get tomestones is to find an A rank hunt train and just follow that along, and you can 2 of those trains. You're done for the week.
Mm-hmm. People love doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Types of elegant tomestones received from dungeons also been switched over to astronomy and causality. Excitotron's been moved over from astronomy to causality. They've added all the new DPS meters, quote unquote DPS meters, to Stone Sky C. So now you can test your metal against
striking
dummy for hit point check on 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th circle. Congratulations.
Yep.
I mean, it's whatever.
It's something to do.
It's something. I think it's the best thing with Stone Sky C is testing your rotations.
Yes, that's what I use it for, is specifically to test out my rotation, make sure I'm doing it correctly.
Gotcha. A shield for gladiators and paladins has been added to treasure coffers.
Yep. Cool. For 1,000 Malls of Total Rock.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. And then they adjusted a bunch of things in Snowcloak, Keeper of the Lake, Somal, the Airy, the Vault, and Thornmarch. All the dungeons. They've made these adjustments more than likely because it's now part of duty support. And so you need to have these NPCs be able to navigate the mechanics. So they had to adjust things for the NPCs.
And that's unfortunate because a lot of these bosses were interesting enough to... I feel like they're probably just going to homogenize them now and just make them easier. And it's a real shame because the Yeti boss was a lot of fun to push the giant snowballs into them. You know, like the Iron Hander boss with moving the explosive canisters out of the way. And like a lot of these bosses are challenging enough that it's a shame to see them. Yeah, the gunship boss. Everybody loves that one where he's burning the entire arena with fire, right? So it's a shame that they're kind of dumbing them down probably just for duty support, but I guess it's just kind of a change that comes with the territory, right? So we'll have to go in and see at some point how they change them, but yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Thorn March has been completely adjusted. Apparently it was hard. So, or people didn't understand how the mechanic worked. So, okay.
I don't know if we'll see what they do. I don't know. Maybe they'll
we
just
talked about this, right? Last week?
We did.
People would just focus down Mog, but then he'd do his memento attack, and depending on how many Moogles he had, it would be exponentially hit harder and just wipe everybody. So people maybe didn't understand the mechanic, and maybe they're making that easier. I guess that's the issue.
Could be. I mean, I'll probably get it in Mentor Roulette at some point, so I'll let you know how they change it.
All right. Containment Bay. This is not the Unreal. This is just the normal mode, it seems. Status effects Force against Might and Force against Magic will no longer be removed if you hit HP 0. I
think that's only for Extreme. I don't think there's Force against Magic and Force against Might in
You know what?
normal.
You're saying that? I think you're right. I've done normal recently, and there weren't any debuffs. So
yeah.
So maybe this is for Extreme and Unreal? Because I know people would die if they didn't know how to deal with that kind of mechanic, and then they'd come back and not have a debuff, and then they could be wherever they wanted. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
So
wow, this could actually make it more challenging. Then that's interesting. Okay.
Appearance
just
of
just know how to do the mechanics. That's it. Just know how to do it. That's it. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember. I am trying to remember myself. Yellow goes up in front and stacks.
Yes.
And green goes out and back and spreads and doesn't get into Poison Puddle.
No, it's the other way around. Green goes up in the front, and then the yellow people, because the yellow people have to take the towers, and then the green people have to take the lasers. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The appearance of Earthshaker attack has been adjusted to improve the visibility. I'm sure there's going to be now a ground AoE that follows along with the marker that goes above the Earthshaker marker that goes above people's heads. Yeah. I know that they are adjusting the Earthshaker itself, so now it's no longer proximity based. It's just that conal AoE. Yeah. I thought that was part of the fun with that, is if you got far away and to the side, you took very low damage. But if you were a melee and up in his grill, you effed yourself. But
I don't know. I mean,
I thought the part of Unreal was to maintain the integrity of the fight as it was. Yeah, but they seem to be really nerfing some aspects here and there, which disappoints me.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
The effects when destroying enemies has been adjusted in World of Darkness. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, I just don't. Display of target indicators for certain battle mechanics has been adjusted, and that's all the. Well, no, that's all the vaults.
Never Reap is in there. I don't.
Never Reap, World of Darkness, City of Mock, Dunscaith. Maybe they're unifying mechanic markers.
Yeah.
So they're easy to be distinguished from instance to instance, and that's something that I will give 14 props on. Is that when you see a marker, like, you should know what that marker does. Mm-hmm. Right? You get the little red triangle pointed down at you. What does that mean?
So like a red triangle, like
just a little red triangle pointed down at you.
Oh, stack up with somebody else that has a red triangle.
Yeah, find a friend, stack up with another friend that has the triangle. That's a companion debuff. You need to have a friend with you. Otherwise, you'll turn into a frog, or you get minied, or get launched in the air. Something bad happens. So if they're unifying, mechanic markers, awesome. I always approve of that. I always find it weird when you have a marker that you think you know what it is, but it's completely different in this one instance.
Yeah.
Trial of Steps of Faith has been removed and replaced with an instance single player quest battle. We talked about that, so no more trial for Steps of Faith. It will take longer for the screen to darker after a party KO during all trials and raid dungeons. This is to better identify and understand the reasons behind the party KO. Have we found that to be useful at all?
Yeah,
in the past?
I like this.
I mean, I like the change. I still get to the point where it's like, what the heck happened? Why are we all dead? Okay, now it's going to black. But we still don't understand why we died.
Yeah, but there's sometimes where the screen just goes black instantly and there's no way you can tell what happened. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
So now at least they're giving us a little bit of a grace period to kind of like ascertain what happened. It's not like we're going to know instantly, but they're still like looking back at VODs and using the share button on PlayStation to figure that out. But yeah.
True. And I guess, it going instantly to black as soon as everyone's dead is a little jarring as an experience, where this could be maybe a little bit, oh, you died, soothe your soul, and fade to black.
Sure.
It's cinematic in nature. That's what it is. Series 1 will end and Series 2 will begin. We talked about this. If you haven't finished your series or where you want to get to in Series 1, do that before Monday's maintenance. I still don't know if it's an all-day maintenance or when it starts or when it ends, but I know it's going to be on Monday. It's going to be at least for probably 5-6 hours. So get your Series 1 done or where you want it to be. You don't have to worry about collecting the rewards right away. You can still collect them for the next 8 months while Series 2 is going on, but you need to get to your checkpoint where you want to be on Series 1. You said you're pretty much all done. You're not going for any more markers.
Unless I really want some more trophy crystals, which I'm going to get an abundance of next season. I'm fine.
Yep. We do see that looks like we are getting a red dragon from that looks cool.
I think that's probably I think that's like the big reward. If you look at the little series milestone thing here, it looks like the mount is the big reward. So that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I'm down with the new mount.
Yep.
Yeah, I PvP enough to get this, so sweet. Series 2 will be held between patch 6.2 and 6.3, during which time you can earn Series XP and increase your Series level. Yay! More PvP! They did do a graphical update. I'm kind of moving the slider back and forth here. I appreciate this. I like it. That's a good quality of life. I always thought it was a little bit weird that everything was just dark. But now things are going to be lit up once you have them done. Not necessarily when you've had them collected.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So everything's dark. You still have the green check mark when you've collected it, but now it's really bright and in your face. Like, hey, you have earned this. Yeah. And then in the check mark when you've actually received the reward. So, yay. That's awesome. It was a pretty dark UI overall, so.
It was, yeah.
Time remaining until KO party members are revived and appear on the party list. Thank you. I've always wanted to be like, okay, when do the rest of my group come back to help save me? Because I'm now being, 5 against 1.
Yeah.
I'm a healer. I can keep myself up pretty good, but come on, guys. So this is a nice little change. Players can now view adventure plates of the opposing team by selecting opponents from the party list and using the view adventure plate command. Cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. When you really want to hunt down and see the stats of the ninja that's been kicking your butt all match, now you can. Yeah. The following additions and adjustments made to Quick Chat. You now have a Quick Chat for Limit Break Ready. Thank you. There are certain ones where you kind of want to let everyone know that and move to the Crystal Now, I guess one. And then everyone group up. Yes. Absolutely happy that we have an everyone group up, because as Sage, we put an effect on the ground where everyone outside of it that tries to damage us, we're immune. And if they come in to attack us, they get a bleed. So it's important for your group to get in to be protected and basically huddle people together so you can take advantage of the Sage LB. And there are other things like that as well. So an everyone group up and, organizing your limit breaks is really important in PvP. Mm-hmm. Have you had any, issues organizing limit breaks? Do you find this to be useful?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is really good for coordination. Like, that's it. Just being able to communicate with your team, like, hey, I'm going to LB soon. If it's something like, warrior that makes it so nobody can guard, or some of the more utility limit breaks that really just don't do damage, but still like would be really important for the team to know, hey, push because I'm using this. I think it's a good change. So I'm looking forward to using this in the new season. So
awesome. They talk about here that they're making adjustments to the rating system. So Now that once you get to Crystal, you can still D rank. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah,
Demoted.
Demoted.
You get demoted down to Diamond and Diamond down to Platinum. But they have mentioned previously that the end season rewards will be on your highest rank. So if you get to Crystal and then you immediately go down to Diamond, you're still going to get the Crystal. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. I still think there should be degradation. Like if you don't play for any PvP for 2 weeks, you should be losing points and stars. But I mean, with you already getting the rewards, I mean, if you wanted to stop now that you have Crystal, what point does a degradation matter anyways if you're going to get those rewards anyways? So
that's fair.
I think the game should still have a degradation, but there also is the philosophy that you don't have to log in if you don't want to. It's not going to hurt not to log in. So I don't know. All right, moving on. Range of tiers used for ranked matchmaking has been adjusted. I'm guessing that they're shrinking.
I'm not
Are
sure
they shrinking? They can't be They can't be expanding, right? Like, because I'm low bronze and I get high silver people in my group. I can't imagine getting a high gold person. Like, I would think you'd want to keep the bronze people as close to the bronze people and the silver with the silver.
I'd hope so, but I'm not sure if they're trying to improve it to increase match time or to reduce match setup or queue time. That's what I'm looking for. Queue time. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think with the new series though, like I think PvP is going to be popping. I think it suffered a little bit because there were no new rewards, no new series to go with the season number 2.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I know I'm going to play the heck out of it now that there's new rewards to get and a new mount. Heck yeah.
For sure.
To prevent the manipulation of matchmaking, the matching system algorithm has been adjusted. I think that's always important to tweak that here and there every so often so that people aren't abusing it. Mm-hmm. They're also going to do increased penalties for those that jump out of a match that they're not liking. So I don't know if that's increased demotion of stars. Like instead of 1 star you lose 2 and a 30-minute. I mean, that would be something crazy, right?
Well, it looks like it's just timings. I don't know if it's going to actually reduce your rank.
It says a ranked match penalty has been instated.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they do mention that it's 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 180 minutes.
Yes.
Wow, 3 hours.
Well, what I find interesting is that they're penalizing people who. So what I think they're trying to prevent, which is a shame because I liked actually doing this with people, is queuing at the same time and hoping you get into the same match.
Yeah.
You can exploit that a lot, and I would do that with Winnie all the time. Not exploit matches, but like I would try to get on the same team as her because I'm in voice with her and it just makes it easier. But sure. Now, so if you queue up and then you queue, but the other person doesn't. So what you could do in the past is just drop out of that queue and then you could re-queue up again and just hope you get in the same match. But now they're actually penalizing you if you withdraw. Like right off the bat, they're penalizing you if you withdraw from a ranked match. So like if you queue up and you see your friend doesn't queue up, you have to go into the match. You can't just pull out or you'll be penalized. So,
gotcha. But
it does not apply to other duty finder things. It just applies to ranked matches. Whereas if you withdraw mid-match, now they'll penalize just all of your duty finding. Like you can't go into an extreme or an expert if you withdraw from a match midway.
So when a match is found but the match hasn't started, you will get the timing penalty, and it's only for PvP.
Yes.
If you withdraw mid-match, you're going to get the timing penalty. You're going to get the rank penalty, so you'll lose a star. And you're going to be locked out of Duty Finder as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, hey, I mean that's like, a penalty. That's to keep people from leaving mid-match, dude. Like,
and seriously, these matches usually only take like 5 minutes or so. Like, just finish the match.
Yeah.
Right? Am I wrong on that? Is it just finish the match?
just finish it. I mean, now if you don't, then you will be heavily penalized for it. So,
Yeah. Or drop out, before the match starts.
yeah.
Season 2 will end and season 3 will begin. Goodbye, season 2. We hardly knew ye. But I assume that's going to be something, the first season, every patch is going to be long, and then the second one will be short. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the way to do it, especially with the series as they're laid out. They did lay out that starting with this season, all rewards. So if you hit Crystal, you'll get Crystal plus all the rewards and titles from the previous ranks, and then they're going to filter that down to season 1 and season 2. So just get as high as you can and then stop playing.
Yep.
Because you got nothing else to do. Players will now see portraits, achievements, and titles for all tiers and ranks. We talked about that. Crystalline Conflict ranking pages, unloaded for bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond tiers will now always be sorted by victories. Okay. Hidden Gorge is being made available. Yay! We love Rival Wings.
Rival Wings, yep.
They have made quite a few adjustments. They've increased mount speed. Cool. Get around the map faster because it is a big map. Tank, Monk, Samurai, Reaper going to 30% damage reduction. Dragoon and Ninja from 15 down to 30. Physical ranged, healers, Black Mage, and Summoners from 10 to 15. And I don't know why Red Mage was separated.
Red Mage just got its own. I don't know either. I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I can just say physical ranged, healers, and casters 10 to 15. Isn't that what that...
Yes. I have no idea.
That's
it doesn't
so
make
weird.
any sense. They
so
formatted that very strangely.
Potency of the high flying status has been adjusted. What is high flying? Do you know? Or flying high? Is that battle high?
It's got to be something like that for Rival Wings. It's been so long since I played Rival Wings, but I think it's something very similar, yes.
HP and actions of War Machina have been adjusted. Okay. Doesn't say if it's up or down. HP and actions of Mammoths, Gob Tanks, and Goblin Mercenaries have been adjusted. Okay. Doesn't say it's up or down, just says adjusted. HP of Towers and Cores have been adjusted. I'm guessing that's been increased.
Might be.
Yeah. The actions of Steam Cannons has been adjusted. Potency of HP over time effect granted by Tower Defense. They'll all just say adjusted. They don't say up or down on all these things. They had to make wholesale changes because of the PvP changes. So we'll just have to get in there and see how it is. Hopefully it's not too egregious. Items. This is going to be one of the greatest raid sets of all time.
Yes.
Not going to lie. VFX particle effects on raid gear are premium. And I've said this, I think I said this last week. I said this on the Relic Grind. I think this is a first set where I want to get every single set.
Same.
Absolutely.
I'm right there with you.
My only thing I'm hoping is that normal mode gets the glowy as well. And the only difference between normal and... I'm hoping just so we don't have the outrage. Like, if there's no glowy on the normal mode, people are going to be pissed. If the only difference between normal and savage is that you can dye it, that would be sweet. If they've also added that you can dye the glowy with the savage, yes, please. But we might have outrage for that. The key thing is, though, if you want your weapon, you have to raid. If you want to complete that ensemble and have the glowy weapon with this raid gear, you have to raid. You're not gonna get that from any other way. So, or put it on your backlog for next expansion and be like, hey, let's get a couple people and farm up some weapons.
Yeah, this gear looks so good.
It's so good.
It's unreal.
No, it's Savage. Okay, it's not Unreal. It's Savage.
That's fair.
You get no gear from Savage or Unreal. Anyways, new recipes have been added. I guess this is the crafted combat gear. Looks pretty good, actually.
It looks good.
I'm liking the Fizz range there on the left. Kind of a Robin Hood with some armor pieces going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's caster there on the far right. What is this? Scouting in the very middle?
Yes. Scouting's in the middle. That's not red. The red is the samurai.
Red is the samurai monk. Samurai monk. Okay. Okay, and there's maiming and Reaper. Got it. And that's tank. It looks good. I've never been, too fond on the crafted combat gear, but this looks like a good glamour set.
Yeah, some of it looks
definitely
pretty good.
Has some potential there. And I think the Tombstone gear looks pretty good this tier too.
Yeah.
Not to the level of the Savage where I want to get every single set, but
it's something.
I'm hyped with it.
Yeah.
Players can now preview contents of certain coffers that yield multiple items when opened. Okay. Cool. Following items names have been changed. Alpine Window has been changed to Highland Window. And Shuffle or Boogie Orchestrion Roll has been changed to Shuffle or Boogie Shadowbringers. So I guess we're going to probably see another Shuffle or Boogie.
I guess that's the only thing I can think of, is that they're intending to add another version of Shuffle or Boogie.
And of course, Soken is known to take a song and do different iterations on it, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Do you know what song Shuffle or Boogie is?
Nope.
Triple Triad.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. So maybe there's going to be like Shuffle or Boogie boss battle music, maybe.
Could be.
I have no idea. Or maybe for tournaments, they want to change it up to be something different. I don't know.
That's true. They could. Yeah, that makes sense.
Why is it Shuffle or Boogie Shadowbringers?
I don't know, because Triple Triad's been out for a long time. So that doesn't make any sense to me.
Interesting.
Because, there's like the 14 version, right? And there's like the original Final Fantasy VIII version. And like maybe they'll put the Final Fantasy VIII version into this game. But like it didn't come out in Shadowbringers. It's been out since, what, ARR?
Yeah.
So I have no idea why they're naming it Shadowbringers. I guess we'll have to find out.
We're getting to the end of these patch notes, kind of miscellaneous stuff here. So we're going to lightning round this here. A lot of items that were locked behind genders are being unlocked to be used by everyone. Good change or bad?
Look, it's a good change. It looks like a lot of the Mog Station stuff. I think it's almost all Mog Station stuff.
That's cool.
So, yeah, cool.
Awesome. Glamour Dresser, 400 or 800. Everyone rejoices. More space? Yep. What next step is what?
The journal that you can, or whatever, the Glamour Journal.
Glamour book. Collection, cool. Transmog, something that's just, check mark. I got the piece, check mark. Okay, good. Moonward gear can now be purchased in exchange for sacks of nuts. Normal change. Once we get the new tombstones, the real old stuff that doesn't have tombstones anymore now becomes the sack of nut. Sacks of nuts.
Go get your nut sacks.
Get your nut sacks. New items available for Sky Builder scripts, which
That's
is
interesting.
Really interesting.
I wonder what they're doing.
Like, what are they doing? I need to see like a before and after of the vendors to find out what they added. Maybe they'll do that in the full patch notes. Certain items can now be sold, desensitized, or submitted for expert delivery missions. Okay.
Well, I guess this is primal stuff. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do the Hydaelyn weapons or the Zodiac weapons still.
Oh, yeah. You can desynth all that now?
Now, and Singer, maybe? Now you can desynth all that stuff?
And turn them in for Grand Company seals. Yes, that's normal stuff. Maximum store for crafters scripts and gather scripts has been increased to 4,000.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you. Always did not like hitting that 2,000 cap because, like, okay, I can get 3 materia. It was annoying. You got to it so quick.
It's very easy to cap especially when you're doing the delivery, expert delivery.
Custom deliveries? The weekly
custom deliveries. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I always cap on scripts. So now it is not as easy to cap on scripts. So good. You
could dump them all and then do all 12 and not cap. So that's good. I appreciate it. New recipes requiring sufficient level of quality to complete synthesis has been added. Certain recipes added in 6.2 will denote a required level of quality to complete synthesis. That's interesting. Even should the progress bar be filled, the synthesis will fail if the quality requirements are not met.
That's brand new. That very interesting. New. I wonder if they're going to do stuff like this for furnishings and stuff.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, because you don't need, or even stuff like the crafted weapons, right? Like crafted glowy weapons. Like, you don't need to make that high quality because people are just going to use them for glamour. So I wonder now if they're going to make you have a certain level of quality so that you can even complete the craft.
Yeah, that looks like what they're doing. Yeah, furnishing is the first thing that came to mind because like, oh, it's a furnishing. There is no such thing as high quality for that, so I just make sure that I hit the progress. New master recipes have been added. That's normal for a new tier of crafting stuff. Master recipes tab. Master recipes tab has been added. That's nice. So it's got its own section. It's not
just decluttering.
Oh my god! Yes, please, thank you. New miner and botanist gathering points have been added. Yeah, let's go back to ARR to farm up Endwalker materials.
Gold ore. Let's go.
No, like sometimes you would have to go back to older zones to, like, especially with like fishing. Like if some of the Endwalker fish are like in Stormblood.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of like what? And I think some legendary nodes are. Maybe I'm wrong on that part, but I know fishing has you going back, especially on new ones. Like I had to go back into Loxel down underwater for spearfishing. I'm like, okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Gathering attempt and integrity bonuses have been added to certain legendary nodes. Awesome. Cool. Here's something new. Sublime gathering. So botanists and miners can now discover prime collectibles when gathering. Prime collectible items that have reached maximum collectability will on occasion become sublime. A higher gathering rate increases your chances of a prime collectible becoming sublime. When you desynthesis a sublime, you are automatically guaranteed the rare items.
Yeah.
That's cool. Really makes you want to get gathering gear and pentameld that shit.
Yes. Now, it gives you more of a reason to do that, which is
because I would always just get the blue gear off the vendor and be like, call it a day.
And call it. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because that's all you needed. If you need to really min-max your gathering and perception so that you can guarantee yourselves, I mean, not that you can get high quality anymore, but if you can minimize the amount of times that you need to do this, it saves you time. So
yeah,
cool. They've adjusted the window of the collectability. So you have now 3 colored meters. You have your current value, your estimated, and your maximum. Cool. I don't think there's anything else that's changed on here.
No, I don't think so. I haven't used it very much though, so I couldn't honestly tell you. But
okay. New fish can be used for ethereal reduction. Cool. New varieties of fish have been added, of course. Level cap for desynthesis has gone up to 610.
Damn.
Awesome. And that's probably in accordance with being able to desynth the raid gear and stuff. So
yeah.
New mounts. As you can see, we got eggplant. We got that's got to be onion, and
and just regular mandragora.
And regular mandragora. There's got to be the queen, tomato, and garlic at some point.
Yes.
So 3 more mounts.
I think I want the eggplant first. Purple's my favorite color, and I just kind of like how he looks really kind of derpy. Anyway.
Well, I think the onion looks the derpiest. He's all like, "I'm sad."
He looks sad. Yeah. Depressed.
Who am I kidding? The minion's the first thing I'm getting. Following adjustments have been made in the mountain guide. Number of mounts displayed on a single page has been increased from 25 to 30.
Cool.
Maximum number of favorites has been increased to 25 to 30. And up to 6 mount actions can now be displayed at once when writing a mount. I have no idea what that means.
I think you can put like special. I mean, obviously, some mounts have special things you can do, like like breathe fire or whatever. But I think you can put like emotes on that bar. It's like the special bar that comes up.
Special mount emotes, maybe.
Maybe.
Or emotes that can be done on a mount.
Yes, yeah, I think that might be it. But it's just for like, I think it's just kind of so you don't have to go into the emote bar and hit it. I'm not sure.
Okay. New chocobo barning has been added, of course. I'm not a big fan of the one they have shown. It seems pretty basic.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is that an orchestrion on its back? I mean, if that's the first barding where you can actually play your own music.
I mean, that's going to be a permanent thing on my chocobo at all times.
That would be a permanent thing for everyone, yeah. New minions have been added? Yes! Give me all the minions. I can't wait for my Encyclopedia Eorzeus to arrive because I'm going to have more minions. Yes. Following adjustment made to the minion guide, 25 to 30. So I no longer have 15 pages of minions.
Nope.
It's
It's
a
going to
sad
go down
day.
a little bit.
Yeah, it's down to 12, 13 pages now. So that's sad. I was getting really close to starting my 16th page. The following additions and adjustments have been made to fashion accessories. New accessory been made. So now we have Titania wings.
Titania. Yeah, Titania.
That's very nice. I like ye. So that we have Angel, we have Devil, and we have Titania wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else?
Yep.
Any other wings?
There are. There's some wings you can get from the Excitatron, and there already are fairy wings in the game. They're just like not Titania. They're like
big,
different color.
big fairy wings, like
Yes.
like the wings off of the ones in Gridania, the tribe in Gridania, the wings like that.
Are you talking
they're like
about
butterfly wings more than the sylphs. They're like butterfly wings more than these Titania wings.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Players can now use emotes while using fashion accessories. That's awesome. They need to expand on the fashion accessory. We talked about this earlier.
Yes. You could already use a lot of them, but there are a lot of limitations. So I think this is just adding more things you can do with fashion accessories on.
And now
they're adding some stuff with umbrellas. So
yeah, and there are some accessories that have their own emotes.
Yes,
which is cool. Following adjustments made to data center travel, wait time to retrieve information has been reduced. That's good. Players can now receive notifications for letters from friends and GMs even when visiting other worlds. Okay, so you couldn't get mail. They couldn't send you mail if you were on another data center?
I think they could still send you mail. You just wouldn't get a notification for it, and now you get notified that you get a mail in your Google.
But you still got to go back to your old data center to collect it. You can't use the mail.
Probably, yes.
How many years do you think before we have just one big data center?
I hope it never happens. That's just way too much, dude.
Why do you think that?
I just think it's too many people that have to be on the same center at the same time. Do you know how busy Limsa would be, dude?
I'm not saying one world. I'm not saying one server. I'm saying one data center.
So you're saying Primal, Crystal, and Ether get merged together?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's still a couple years away. I know the technology's not quite there yet, probably for them. But at some point, you got to think that let's merge these data centers together.
Maybe.
Unless they're physically in different spots.
I just find it hard to believe. I mean, yeah, obviously with the European data center stuff, you can't merge that with the North American. But even then, I feel like they're adding more. Even to this day, they're adding more data centers. True. So I think it's going to be a while until they merge, right?
Okay. And they are trying to keep that because they don't want. If something happens with one server, it could down the entire data center. So you don't want to screw the game for one server. So, okay.
Yeah.
So it probably will not happen. Now that I'm really thinking about it. But, hey.
Who knows?
New items can now be obtained by your retainers. New ventures have been added to retainers. Error messages displayed when attempting to entrust retainers with a unique item already in their possession has been adjusted. Okay. New achievements. Cool. New achievements and titles have been added. Certain duties will now count toward the completion of achievements.
It's just the new stuff.
Ultima's Bane no longer part of that. So they're adjusting what duties can help you with the tank stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Official release of Adventurer plates. That's cool. If you haven't already and you have a favorite portrait, make sure you attach that to an Adventurer plate that it saves. Otherwise, all other portraits are going to be wiped. Just public service announcement.
Yes.
And again, everything it looks like they're really expanding what you can do with the Adventurer plates. They really want to make this the new end game. Glamour is just a function to get to Adventurer plate end game.
Yes.
Search comments. I'm sure yours says the Quadfather on it.
Yeah, I mean, this person really wants to do uwu, so
On the
good for
road to
him.
Ultimate Legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Official release of portraits. Yep, we talked about that. Additions and adjustments to beta. Portraits can be edited from the main. One thing I do like is that you can put a portrait and link it to different parts. So you can use this for your PvP, and it's saved
Yeah.
to that. You can
Yeah.
use this for your Venture Plate, saved to that. You can use this for Doma, it's saved to that. Because it was kind of janky before. Not gonna lie, it was pretty janky.
Yeah.
New portrait motions, new accents have been added. Yeah, they're going to be adding to this system
Which is good.
until they're done
Yeah.
with the game, I think, at this point. You can also attach your portraits to your gear sets.
Yeah, I think that's the greatest thing. Yeah, thank God.
Yep. Find your best artifact set and your best portrait for each job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good times. Gear list. What is this? Oh, repair request. Greatest quality of life that they've introduced in quite a while. I'm sorry, it beats your healing enmity tick.
Okay, if you say so.
Hey, the fact that Winnie hasn't done any sort of repairing, and she doesn't have it done our crafting. Guess what, Tart? You can repair Winnie now.
Yep.
Good. We don't have to go out because I don't want to go through the first part of DSR again. So this is awesome. Does it say here who has to hold the dark materia? I'm guessing it's the repairer.
Required dark matter. The repair request menu will display the amount of dark matter to be consumed as well as the number owned by the player who will repair the gear.
Okay.
If the player conducting repairs have insufficient dark matter of the required grade, higher grade will be consumed. Yeah, it looks like the person who's repairing has to have the dark matter.
Okay.
But you can reward the person, so like you can
Nice.
reimburse them for using their dark matter.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. In order to prevent server congestion immediately after the release of 6.2, we'll be implementing multiple field instances in Lower Lenosha.
That's got to be where you enter. I'm pretty sure it's where you enter. Island Sanctuary is from
Nope.
Lower Lenosha.
Oh, okay. Well, because the quest
I know
starts in Old
You
Charlayan.
accept the quest in Charlayan, but I'm almost positive you have to be in Lenosha to get there. Because let me go check, but I'm almost positive.
Okay. While you're doing that, just to keep wrapping things up,
Yes,
adjustments have been made to the currency window. So now you can organize what you want to see on your currency window, top 5. So that's cool. New dungeons are available for Explorer mode. So a bunch of, looks like a Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward dungeons are being added to Explorer mode, so you can go in and look around. I don't know if like lore stuff on the ground is still interactable in Explorer mode. Take screenshots, do limit breaks, all that fun stuff.
But yeah, I got you right here. Players can travel to their island sanctuary at any time by speaking with Baldin in Lower Lenosha. So that's why I guarantee that's why they're doing the multiple instances of
Absolutely. They're thinking ahead. That's awesome. Duties that can be recorded. The duty recorder that nobody uses. Before
I've never seen a single player in this game use duty recorder. Not a single one.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep messing with this or why it's even a thing. Just disable it. The promote to cross-world link shell master subcommand has been added. Okay. Is that for when you're transferring data centers?
I guess.
Oh, that's right, because you couldn't make someone else the master of your cross-world link shell. You could add leaders, but now you can make someone else the master. You can transfer master.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
When changing the following search criteria for Party Finder, confirmation will not be displayed when selecting cancel without saving your settings, roles, filter settings. Okay. Yeah, basically. Delete character subcommand has been moved and is now under the more subcommands menu, so not as easy. Made it a little bit harder to delete your character.
I know you had to do like something special in WoW, because I've seen people do like WoW deletion. Don't you have to like hold a certain button for a certain amount of time to delete your character?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. Harder to delete your character. Thumbs up.
To improve support for color blindness, the area of color markers on the maps has been adjusted. So previously,
darker, it looks like, which is good.
Light blue, light orange, and a light green to darker versions.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Accessibility, thumbs up.
After selecting an option in a drop-down list that allows scrolling, the position of the cursor of an opening drop-down menu, blah, 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 blah. Like we're getting...
Cursor stuff.
Yep, cursor
That's
stuff. Prompts have been adjusted for friend requests. Accept, wait, or decline. Okay. When choosing to respond to a friend request via the friends list tab, the accept request for something has changed to respond to refund. Okay. Looks like it's more wording and...
It lets you, I guess, like, it lets you wait instead of accepting or decline. I don't know. It just seems strange, but okay.
Yeah, because it would just hang on your screen there.
Yeah.
With either wait or decline. I guess if you put or accept or decline. Now, if you choose wait, maybe it goes away for a while.
And
I don't know.
You can go into your friends list and then find the thing there. Yeah.
Or forget about it and then just lose it.
Yes. Exactly.
They're adding the dynamic resolution to Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Again, I think this is going to be a big boon for people that have lower end PCs and are still on PlayStation 4. So that your GPU load, when it's a little high, maybe it lowers the resolution to keep the frame rate at a steady pace. So frame rate, always better than graphic fidelity, in my opinion.
Yep.
And you can find that in the character configuration menu under graphics, enable dynamic resolution. Oh, they added the hotbar recast timers thing. Good. They've made adjustments to the credit rolls. You can now pause and change the speed or just hide it.
Yeah, that's nice. If you want to watch the credits again or something, or
watch
whatever.
the art and stuff that's happening without all the credits, because you can hide the scrolling text. Yeah. Steam overlay will now appear when loading the game via Steam. Okay.
No idea. This has to be the new emote here, right? /spirit.
Spirit? Yes, looks like.
Yeah.
Additions made to the auto translation dictionary. That's always good. People love to use that. Additions made to the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 autocomplete dictionary. Good. Always have more communication options. New trophies been added. I love that they keep adding trophies now. Like for the longest time, like I was plat with Final Fantasy 14. I'm like, Heaven's Ward, nothing new. Stormblood, nothing new. Shadowbringers at the beginning, I think, had nothing new, and then they added it when the PS5 came out. So I was like, this is glorious. I always love getting new trophies. I like them more than achievements, that's for sure.
I'm still not platinum. I don't know how you're platinum, dude. I think I'm missing a lot of crafting stuff. Like there's like the craft 1,000 of a certain thing.
Yeah,
like
if you want to plat now, now you got to get collectibles. You need to get absolute metric crap ton of fates.
Yes.
And not just like crafted collectibles, gathered collectibles too. So like there's all sorts of stuff that needs to be done.
Something crazy. It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. New music, sound effects, and voices have been added. And that, my friends, is the end of the patch notes. We have been going for, over 2 hours, right?
2.5. Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
Patch notes is a long episode. Thank you all for staying with us. Mannequin, thumbs up, dude. Let's wrap this up, though.
Sure.
Patch notes, good, bad? Anything surprise you?
Yeah, there were some surprising things. I think we mentioned most of them, like the healing, the regen, not doing enmity. What were some of the other ones? Well, that's the one that's sticking out to me. That really surprised me. But stuff like being able to repair in instances is great. So yeah, I thought it was good. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the full patch notes because those always have the juicy, meaty job changes. So I'm looking forward to those. But overall, preliminary gives a thumbs up for me. So
cool. Thumbs up for me. I really care about the job changes, so I think we're gonna be back Monday evening, and we're just gonna go over just job changes. We're not gonna go over full patches like this. If there's something specific that really blows our minds, we'll bring it up. But otherwise, we're just gonna focus on just the job changes and what's new for each job. So tune in for that. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at Tarkoth Gaming. That's where the update on when we go live for that episode, because it is going to be a special impromptu run. So definitely follow me there. But other than that, Piers, where can people find you?
People can find me at radio_Piers at Twitch. I am streaming there every once in a while. It's been a long time since I've streamed, but I want to get more into it, as you will know if you've watched previous podcasts. It's a process. I've been working on it, but it's something that I do definitely want to get back into. So hopefully you will find me there. Slap a follow on there, and when I do go live, it will be a good time. So come say bye and come say hi, and we'll have a good time. But other than that, if
you know what you need to do, you know what you need to do. I'm gonna tell you right here. This is what you need to do. A, you need to pick a game.
Okay.
And B, you need to pick a day.
All right. And then just stream it on that day.
And then just do it.
Okay.
And then you can say, hey, you know what? I've started. This is what we're playing. This is when we do it. Come hang out.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. I'll pick one out and I'll do that for sure.
Yeah. And it doesn't need to be like 5 days a week. Just start with one day.
A day.
Yeah. Just one day. Maybe 4 hours. Yeah. Even Mannequin's yep.
My roommate told me that too, because he's a streamer as well. And he like does like Sundays and Tuesdays, and he will not ever miss those days. And he's like, because people expect me to be on those days, and so I have to adhere to that schedule. And so I think that's a good idea. Pick a day and then adhere to that schedule, and that's a good way to start. Yeah, so
just one day a week, 4 hours, and then go from there.
Okay.
All
right. Well, other than that, find me on Final Fantasy, Piers Harvey, Leviathan server, Primal. Come say hi. We'll do dungeons. We'll do whatever you want. Anyway, Tark, where can they find you?
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all at Tarkoth Gaming. Just was part of the Final Fantasy VII episode of Within Crisis. You can find that on YouTube on Within Crisis. It was a great talk with Flynn and Ash. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. And when we get closer, I'm sure Piers and I are going to talk about Crisis Core and 7 Remake again and Rebirth. So we're going to definitely dive deep into that. You can also find me on Ready Check Raideo Thursdays, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern on the Relic Grind, Final Fantasy 14 Square Enix podcast. I know I talk about Final Fantasy quite a lot, and you know what? I don't care. I like it. You can also find me on Ready Check Radio Saturday and Sunday nights, usually at 9 o'clock Pacific. That's 12 a.m. Eastern. So yes, that is very late. We finished Sekiro, and we're going to be starting Live Alive. I have to go buy the game. I keep forgetting to go buy it. So I'll probably do that tomorrow morning.
I'm super excited for that. You're going to have a great time.
You're going to tune in for that?
Absolutely, I will.
Okay. My first one has already been chosen for me is Distant Future to start. And then when we get done with that, you can kind of tell me where to go from there.
Distant Future, huh? It's a good choice.
And then, Hydaelyn's Heroes. Every Friday around 2 o'clock Pacific. Sorry we were late today, but
long show
too.
I had to get ready.
But again, tune in, follow on Twitter at Tarkoth Gaming, where you'll get all the updates when we go live. And playing Final Fantasy 14 4 days a week, and then Ultimate Adventure Mondays. Right now is Bloodborne, where we sometimes have Piers come and join us, and we wreck shop on stuff and just have fun with the game, because we've both pretty much beaten it several times over, right?
Yes. I'm looking forward to doing it again on Monday. I know we got our impromptu show, but hopefully we can find some time to play a little bit of Bloodborne too.
Yes, that would be nice. But until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And remember,
Master Control oversees all on the grid. End of line.
See you guys. Thanks for coming.
Peace out.